to another episode of Flagrant 2. No easy buckets. Analysis by assholes. Water cooler commentary for your soul's needs. This episode has been brought to you by Manscaped. All right? You already know what time it is if you've been listening to this show. If you're a new listener, welcome on board. Get your balls right. All right? Get your vag right. I don't even know if Manscaped is... Womanscaped, I guess, would be the female company for it, but I imagine female pubic hair is no different than male pubic hair, so if you got a bush that needs trimming, go to manscaped.com. We're not going to say anything.
Tape up the balls, man.
Tape up the balls. Check out their products. Check out their products, okay? Assholes, listen. They're the #1 brand in men's below-the-waist grooming and hygiene, okay? That's what it's all about. You get the Lawnmower 2.0 trimmer with skin-safe technology for a smooth shave for your pubic area. They have trimmers, razors, anti-chafing deodorants, okay? Body wash and moisturizers specifically for your balls and pubic region. What I got is the Perfect Package 2.0. That is literally everything you need in it. A nice little carry kit. You take that shit on the road, zip it up perfectly. It's basically the starter kit for maintaining your masculinity, or at least your manhood, or at least your meat, okay? Maintain your meat in tip-top shape with that Perfect Package 2.0. Manscaped is also brought to you by the Flagrant Media Group. I just want to point that out there. My boys out there getting these ads, okay? We making things work, all right? Shout out to the Flagrant Media Group, Devon, Jamil, everybody else that's on the squad, Joey, Marcus, or Kevin Marcus, all the guys doing it. I'm going to learn everybody's name. I'm going to give you all shouts, but I appreciate you guys out there hustling and doing it. So if you really want to support Flagrant 2 and get your balls looking right, go to manscaped.com, offer code FLAGRANT. Type that FLAGRANT offer code in right there, and we're going to start the show. Okay, very big episode today. We're going to be joined by my man Francis Ellis from Barstool Radio, Barstool Breakfast, rather. Very funny guy.
Willie's co-host.
Stand-up comic. Willie's co-host. Hilarious
Willie,
dude.
Man. We got a lot of great
feedback from Willie. Great feedback from Willie. And yeah, so we have a very important show because today is the Joll-Off off, or as we say, the Joll-Off here. Now, for new listeners, I want to let you know there is a very popular African food. That's right, they have food. There's a very popular African food, okay, called Joll-Off, okay? This is a West African delicacy.
Yes.
Okay? There's some beef amongst West African countries, specifically Nigeria, Ghana, Senegal.
Yeah.
I almost said Sierra Leone. All right, but the fact that I
coast.
even knew that one is pretty impressive.
Sierra Leone got their own conflicts.
I know, man.
Sierra Leone got a whole different conflict.
Their conflicts are a little bit more...
It's not about rice, it's about diamonds.
Exactly.
Okay? Ain't nobody writing songs about Senegal yet. Okay? We're going to see how good the Joll-Off is to do it.
Joll-Off is forever.
The Joll-Off is forever. We're going to make this shit happen. So we're going to have the Joll-Off. We have food from each of these different countries. Okay? We have another Joll-Off coming in the room right now. You can come in 1 second, miss. We'll say exactly who you're from, etc. So we have, again, Senegal, Nigeria. And I just want to point out that we have two options from Nigeria. Okay? One of these options is coming from Mrs. Famuyide.
Yes.
I mean, this is straight from the source.
Mama Kaz,
Okay?
Kaz, you know what I mean? Like
Mama Kaz. If you want to know why Kaz is thick, all right, you want to know why Kaz built so strong, it's because Mama Kaz put together this Joll-Off.
Yeah.
And we also have Ghanan Joll-Off.
Yes.
Now, the Ghanan Joll-Off is from
Aqua Restaurant. You know
No. This is we have two versions of Ghana.
Another one that's
you
coming.
thought I was gonna leave my Ghanas out
Oh
with
my
just
God.
one
Yo,
shot?
how many?
You thought Nigeria was gonna get 2 shots? Nah.
Wow.
Come on in, sweetheart.
I thought this is my people. My
No.
bad.
I had
Shit,
to go
they're running
extra.
late.
I had to go extra double. Thank you so much. Yeah, you could just put it
my
right there.
God.
See how I left the place for Ghana up first?
Yo, this
You see how Ghana got the first option?
Bro, this looks like Thanksgiving at my house, bro. This
so
shit is
I'm
fantastic.
not. Okay, so the Ghana Joll-Off, is there rice?
Is this 2 parts?
That's the rice and there's chicken.
Oh, what? You see how my Ghanas do? If y'all watching on the
Time out.
YouTube
When did
right
they start
now,
claiming Ghana?
youtube.com/DeAndrewSchultz. Now, what I need you to do is slide over there, right there. There is, just right outside the frame right there. Leave the microphone there just for a second. We're going to talk to you guys in a second when we get to eating it. You can even have a seat back there if it's more comfy. So, where are you from, real quick, so I know what it is? No, not where you're from. What is the food from? You're a cook, no? What is the rest? YPK Cooks.
YPK
At Instagram,
Cooks.
what is the Instagram?
YPK Cooks.
YPK Cooks
I'm gonna follow
at
that right now.
Instagram. Okay. Now, you might not want to follow it until you eat it.
Good call.
But this is Ghana. Now, early on, I said, and shout out to all my Ghanans. Okay, shout out to all my Ghanans. Early
Ghanans
on,
or
I
Ghanaians?
Yo,
said.
it makes me uncomfortable how much.
Ghanaians. It's Ghanaians.
That's how white people say it. It's Ghanans know what I'm talking about, right? So what I said early on is that Ghana's got the best Joll-Off. Now, I know that for a fact without ever trying Joll-Off, just because I know how my Ghanans do, okay?
They are overachievers.
Now, look, all I want to say
I
is
bet
this.
Nigerians skimp on all the ingredients.
Nigerians came through today. They brought, I don't even know what type of
That shit
Tupperware
dirty
this
rice.
is,
That ain't even
okay?
Joll-Off.
First off, watch your mouth.
Okay.
Watch your mouth.
The Senegalese one looked like Chinese food. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even think I think you just went to Chinese food. This kind of bullshit ass Tupperware. The Ghanas came through with the double setup.
Oh, my
okay,
gosh.
separated the chicken and the rice.
First off, I didn't know we was doing to-go
Look at-
trays.
Sam,
All right?
this ready for the barbecue.
Yeah, this is fact.
This is a buffet.
Yeah,
okay,
absolutely.
that's why Ghana stays winning.
You're not taking this back, right? Because I'm bringing this all home.
You know what they say? You know how us Ghanans say, we're Ghana forever. So it's all about we're Ghana forever, bro. We're Ghana forever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. We're Ghana forever. You know how we do. Gang, gang.
Oh my
Ghana.
God.
Shout out to all my Ghanas, baby. I can't name one city in Ghana.
You're good.
What is it? Accra.
Ah,
Duh.
there you go. Yeah, that's what.
Y'all
That's
didn't know
what-
about
that's
Accra.
like Accra, the restaurant. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're bringing it. They're running late like most Africans, but they'll be
Yo,
here pretty soon.
It's not
It
just
is what it
Africans.
is, bro.
It's just me. Maybe it's just me. My bad. guys. My
Okay,
bad.
but we're not going to get to that just
It's
yet.
traffic. It's rush
because
hour.
we cannot start the Ghana. We cannot start the Joll-Off without our Joll-Off judge. We have a very specific Joll-Off judge that is coming today.
Yes.
Okay, someone that I feel very confident will be the perfect person to judge which African Joll-Off
I agree.
is
Like, you really thought
truly
this
the
through.
best. I thought this through. Okay, it's Francis
I'm
Ellis.
not gonna lie. Like I felt kind of disrespected when I came in there thinking I was gonna be the judge.
Fam, you are biased.
Yeah, you're
you are
absolutely biased.
Nigerian.
He's
okay?
Ghanaian. He don't know.
I'm
Which makes
Ghanaian.
sense. Which-
Yeah, so it's like clearly a Ghana's gonna want the Ghanan one. You want that one.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I mean, but it's not just Nigeria. It's like my
Okay.
mama's Joll-Off. So like I'm not like I might fight if somebody says something crazy.
I'm
about
gonna
my
keep it
mom's
real.
cooking.
When we do the blind taste test, and again, this is gonna be a blind taste test. When we do the blind taste test, you're not gonna try your mom's
Okay.
because that would be
I know-
unfair.
like, I know my
You'll
mom's
know
cooking
that
from a
mile
mile
away.
away. A
Okay.
mile away.
Now,
Absolutely.
guys, don't walk in the frame just yet. Don't walk in the frame just yet. Okay. Now, guys, do not walk in the frame just yet. Francis Ellis, okay? The guy who I think is perfectly qualified, a guy who I think is the true test to a Joll-Off. Okay, wait for it. The guy, just by looking at him and talking to him, when you start talking to him, you're gonna be like, this is a truly objective responder to the Joll-Off. The man who is going to decide which African cuisine is truly the best at the end of the day. Give it up for Francis Ellis, everybody. Come on in.
Bring it in, buddy.
Okay?
What's going on, bro? Good to
Have a
see
seat. Have a seat. Thank you for coming. If there was ever a face of a colonizer, this guy would be it. Okay? Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for coming in. Thank you for leaving your tiki torch outside.
I'm
We
about to
appreciate
say,
that.
like,
Seemed like a dignified establishment.
Okay, so Francis, what we were going to do is talk a little shit and then get into the Joll-Off off.
Great.
But since you're here and we could start the Joll-Off off,
Yeah.
I think we got to go right away. It's a blind taste test.
Yes.
The three of us are going to go first. Obviously, that means nothing.
Our votes don't count. What do we know?
yeah,
We don't-
absolutely. Yeah, I'm biased.
We're
already, like,
invested. Okay, he's
my
Nigerian.
mom cooked. You know what
Mom
I mean?
made
like,
it.
I'm
It's good. It
Nigerian.
smells
so,
really good. I'm
yeah.
excited.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
surprised.
yeah.
Like you use seasoning in your cooking.
No chance.
There's no mayonnaise available. You guys know that's one of those jokes you guys probably like. You guys like that stuff. I had a feeling.
Oh, I needed that. All right, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good.
You should have looked right at him and said, Listen, however the Mexican makes it. Okay.
Francis is like the cover of Mein Kampf Weekly. This shit is crazy, dog.
But listen. Before you take over the world, you have to take over Africa. So,
He taught us anything.
exactly. Strategic planning. What's that game that nerds play with their family?
Battleship?
Risk.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, they would know about
Whitest
this.
game on earth. Eh?
It is, right? Yeah. That's
should
what we
give
do
me
for fun.
PTSD.
Take over
that
shit. That's a
Monopoly.
fun game for us. Yeah.
Mike
Okay.
Krzyzewski doesn't schedule UNC for the first game of the season. He schedules some
He schedules risk.
team he knows
Yeah.
is going to beat.
Ah,
Build a little
smart.
confidence.
Smart. He just said
Start
that
with Africa.
West Africa is Murray State.
Murray State. There you go.
That's not because of Wofford.
Okay. I'm busting it open
Oh
right
my
now.
God,
Hold
this
on
is
one
not-
second. We're busting it open
That shit looks
right now.
Mexican, bro.
What, this one right
The
here?
Senegals, yeah.
Yo, why are you talking trash about Senegal? You even said a few episodes ago that Senegalese.
It didn't look like
Joll-Off-
that. The shit I got.
Okay, Chef
Yeah.
Prosper.
Yeah.
That's yours, Chef Prosper. No, you got yours as well?
Prosper's is here,
Prospers
right?
is in here.
The two Tupperware containers.
Okay,
We got
These
okay.
right here.
All
This
right,
is
let's go.
Prospers, yeah.
Take
This
that
is
right there.
Prosper's?
These two are Prospers. This is my mom.
Take
Thank
those
God
for
I
us.
didn't talk on your mom's. I talked on Prosper's.
Okay.
I didn't notice the past 10
Okay.
minutes, fam.
This is
Shit.
Prosper's. This is your mom's. Okay,
That looks
so
fantastic.
okay,
Yeah,
so
they're
we're
damn
gonna
right.
do
Gosh. You're goddamn right.
now.
I can
right-
smell it from here.
Hold on one second. Now this right here. What is this? That's just chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. Huh?
Well, you usually need like a side or like a stew. With
Stop
the
acting like y'all got
Jollof.
food.
You can't,
This
yo, fuck
motherfucker's
you,
talking
all
about
right?
usually what?
Usually what? This
Usually-
is West Africa. It's not like the fucked up Africa like on
Oh,
the East. You know? Like,
okay.
it's more close to
I thought parts
Our
of West
kids
Africa
cost-
were in pretty bad shape.
I mean, this is not as bad as like the further east you go, the more like
Got it,
nubs
got it,
and
got it.
shit you see with
Nubs!
the conflict diamonds and shit. That's what.
Motherfucking shit, no. Oh,
All right,
you
let's
brought the
go.
stew also?
What's
Brought
that
the-
right there, miss?
That looks spicy.
Black
Yeah.
pepper.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Francis.
Did you bring some milk?
Is this really spicy? Is it very spicy?
It's just gonna be like hot ones. Like, did you bring milk?
Okay, guys,
It's a
ready?
nightmare. I mean, it's my
Okay.
nightmare
So here's the
right
thing. We're gonna go first, and then this is
How are
just
we
for
gonna blindfold
fun.
each other?
Don't with our eyelids.
Okay,
So
good.
okay, so this is what's gonna happen. You can even just use your eyelids, not even your hand.
Visually,
You think
it's
you'll
better.
cheat? Okay,
Visually
okay.
is better.
So I'm gonna feed you. Okay.
Like straight to the mouth, not even on a plate.
Stop acting like you haven't been here
So
before,
just
bro.
go- so I'm just gonna blindly
How
over my
you
mouth.
usually get fed, dog. That's how you gonna get fed. Yes, homo.
That was
Okay.
a personal thing. Man.
Okay, ready? Close the eyes, and then we're gonna do it. Okay.
All right, bet.
I'm picking and again, it's gonna be rice, a little bit of chicken.
Okay.
Okay.
And-
And listen.
This
that's
is a 1
it.
out of 10, all right?
This is 1 out of 10. There's a single bite. We're gonna rip off Barstool's Pizza Challenge.
Okay.
1 bite.
1 bite.
Okay.
now. Oh, it's a good
For
bite.
country, for people. I don't know.
Here comes the airplane.
Okay. Okay.
Here comes the UN airplane.
Bringing food as always
Bringing us a
to Africa.
supply drop of
Okay.
ice.
I need a 1 to 10.
Okay. Nice little spice, little chicken. Okay. A little spice in it. I'm going to give it a strong, it's good. It's good. I'm going to give it like a good 6.5, 7.
Okay.
6.5, 7.
6.5, 7. Okay.
I'll give it 7. I'll grade up.
That's
7.
fine. You don't have to grade up. It could be 6.5, but 7 you gave it.
Okay.
7
Oh.
it is. That's what it's going to be. Okay. Eden, are you taking notes of what? Eden, you're taking notes about what we're getting each one. Okay.
Okay. Am I still opening my mouth?
No. Yeah. You open your mouth right now.
Okay.
Okay. Here you go. Okay. Take your time with that one. Take your time with that one. Take your time with that one, and you decide, my friend. Okay?
Yo, Drew,
Yeah.
what order?
Yeah, I was gonna just say, what is that?
Because, like, how is Eden gonna know?
I'll tell you in a second. I'll tell you one.
The
second.
spice hits a little later.
with the one that you just
Yeah.
tried?
Yeah. It took a while for
You're gonna need
it
a
to
knife.
kick in.
Yeah, I guess I might need a little.
How about 2 spoons? We got this?
Yeah. How do you guys do it back home?
Well,
With their hands. Okay.
Yeah.
I gotta do this rest of this pod. Okay. Okay, I got it.
Guys, how'd you feel about the chicken for the last one?
chicken was good. Chicken was good.
Number wise.
I'll give it a.
I'm excited about that bite.
Ready, Kaz?
I give
give me a
that.
number.
I give that a 6. I give that a 6. I like the first one I had was good. This will be like a slightly.
Here's
slightly
the last one. Ready? All the way in. All right. All right. That is the last final one. The final one. Kaz has just tried all 3 Joll-Offs. We need to know your final.
This one.
So here's the thing, right? Like I know what the second one was, but this is fire. Like this is good.
That's the one.
This is good. This is really
Okay.
good.
Tell me what it is out of 10.
I give it an 8.
So you have
give it an 8.
you have the second one you said was what?
I know exactly what the second one was. The second one had to be Chef Prosper's Joll-Off, right? Had to be. Because,
Kaz! That Nigerian tongue.
yeah, like it wasn't like that like you got to get your ass beat a little bit more, bro. Like that didn't have.
Oh,
like,
you didn't have mean Nigerian parents.
Yeah, like you didn't have
supportive
African parents, bro.
They would let you go be a chef.
Yeah,
But
but the last one I had.
Why don't you go engineer some cuisine? Okay.
The last one was definitely the best.
The last one was the best. Okay, the last one was from Accra. Ghana.
Okay.
My people.
What's the name of that restaurant?
All right.
YPK Cooks.
Okay.
Can I take my hand off now?
Take your hand on now. Okay.
Okay.
So the last one was the best. You said solidate. Okay.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
was it. Now, I just want to point that out that you said the Ghanan Joll-Off was the best. Better than your people.
It was. I gotta admit, bro, that the Ghana Joll-Off was hitting, bro.
Okay, Akaash, eyes closed.
All right.
Okay, Kaz, you have to feed him. You
Okay.
pick any order, okay?
All right, let's go.
Any order, one bite, okay? Eyes
This
closed.
is weirdly intimate. This is weirdly intimate.
Sensual,
very simple.
nourishing.
Yeah. There it is. Listen, you keep those eyes closed.
Yeah,
keep
yeah,
that
yeah.
mouth
I'm very
open.
uncomfortable right now. Okay.
Huh? Oh. Just wait till someone starts shoving something between your lips.
Now,
Open wide.
Oh god.
Yeah.
I can tell that Akaash's mouth is smaller than yours, so
Hold on.
That's not all I saw.
take it
back
easy
down.
there.
I'm
He's gonna choke.
It has to have some chicken involved in it.
Okay,
Akaash,
bet,
you
bet,
eat chicken, right?
Yes,
there's-
correct.
there's
No
nothing-
beef.
There's no
No
beef.
beef. Oh, good
So
call. Good call.
Prosper, I
Okay.
can't fuck with yours.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, is Prosper's a beef?
He told me that beef.
Well, Prosper's has some beef. You can avoid it.
I want Cash to feed me too. We gotta get closer.
Open up.
All right.
That one's fish.
Oh, that
How
one's
is it?
fish?
Yeah.
Oh, that's why. Okay. Okay.
Mine has goat in it. So
Oh, yeah, he's fine with that. Yeah.
We eat the fuck out of goats.
Yeah. It's just pig. Thank you, sweetheart. Appreciate you telling. Though it would have been way funnier if you saved it and he just decided to go to hell for the Joll-Off. So
That's good.
I
Spicy.
need 1 to 10.
7.
That's it. 7.
Seven.
Okay. Now I need. Let me help you out here. Okay, that's 1 to 10. That was a 7.
Yeah.
Now we're going another bite. If Kaz doesn't spill it over the fucking ground.
It's all good.
Let's go.
Wide. Open wide.
Okay. There you go. Okay.
It's a lot. Just keep it open wide.
Okay.
Should you be telling these? Oh, yeah.
Bro, chew. You spin all over the microphone.
It's my mic.
Okay.
8. That's good.
That's 8. Okay, that's good.
Okay.
Second one is an 8. Okay. Hold on 1 second. Let me help Kaz here. He's not really grasping the concept of add chicken to the bite. This is the 3rd time I've had to help him do this.
Yo, we got forks. You guys need forks?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we need a little bit of help. Yeah, just get in there with your hands, dude. Come on, bro. Akaash. Okay, Akaash, you have one more piece
Yeah.
left.
Yeah.
Okay. This last piece is very African, the way it was put together. Okay? Like,
Open wide.
and go. Okay. Take it in. Take it in.
Mm-hmm.
Take it in. What are we thinking? Taking all those flavors, taking that struggle.
That's like a 6.5, 7.
Okay.
Damn, just shit all over Kaz's mouth like that, son.
It's a blind taste test.
D plus, son. Now you D plus her, bro.
6.5. Deadass.
You can open your eyes now. Why?
Oh,
Why was
yeah.
it so trash?
Yes.
I like more spice.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
I'm just Indian.
So you
That's
got
all.
some bland ass. He got some bland ass Joll-Off.
No, this
It's
one
not
was just
bland.
spicier.
This wasn't that
The
spicy. Yeah,
spiciest one is my all. All I really did was the more spicy, the more like.
Yeah, that was the same thing with me. Like that one
Bring
hit.
it on to your boy. Let's
But,
go.
Yeah,
My time.
bet.
My time. Use Akaash's
You
spoon.
feed him.
Let's go.
I use this spoon.
This one.
Okay.
And are you supposed to put some of that black powder on it?
I'm not.
Maybe we should.
No, don't do that. Don't do that for me. Don't do
That
that because
looks really spicy.
it's very spicy. Yeah.
Is it really spicy?
I can see.
Okay.
Oh,
Ready?
man. Don't do that to me.
Ready?
Die.
Ready? Okay. So right now I'm about to do the first one. Joll-Off challenge. Francis, how is this culturally? I feel someone's very close to me. Are you ready to feed me? Okay. Yeah.
Buddy, he's
Yeah.
coming in soft.
How is it? Oh goddamn! You alright, bro? Yo, you good, bro? You need some milk?
I can't stop salivating. What?
Take some water.
What did you guys put in it?
Nothing. What do
Is
you
that
mean?
just the regular one?
That's just regular. Yeah.
There's no way that was just regular.
Nah, that's just. Are you dead ass?
No, dude. There's something. It's coming out of my. Am I
There's
bleeding?
no way.
I'm not gonna lie. Am I bleeding?
There's no way.
Am I bleeding, dude?
No, you're fine. You're fine. It's called spice, bro. Like,
No,
it's
but
spice.
did you put something extra on it?
There's nothing extra.
There was something wet about it.
There was nothing wet.
If
What are you
he's
talking
having
about?
this much trouble, I'm gonna have a lot of trouble.
And I just
Bad.
started being able to eat.
Alright, fuck it, that was good.
Which one was that one?
Close your eyes. We're getting the next one. We're getting the next one. Don't worry. What's the number? Give me 1 to 10.
I don't know. I don't even know if I've tasted anything. I'm not sure if I'm not even sure if I swallowed it, dude. That's really intense.
Just keep your eyes closed.
My whole mouth is on fire right now, and my nose is bleeding. I'm 100% sure my nose is bleeding.
No, you're good.
I'm not bleeding right now.
You're not bleeding, but you're fine.
Oh my god, Eden, get me a tissue or something like that, dude. I really think.
You're good. You're good.
All right,
you're
go.
good, you're good.
Hold on. Let me cleanse my palate.
That's a good idea. Good idea.
Oh my god, that one was really good. I'd give that one definitely a 10.
A 10.
No, I couldn't taste it at all. It was so hot. No, but that one was really good. I give that one a 8. I give that one an 8. 8.5. That was so good. 8.5. Okay, go.
All right.
Yeah.
Here's number 2.
Okay.
Keep it wide open. Wide open.
Come on, guy. Come on.
No, there's a little meat. There's a
You
little
gotta
meat
go
on
straight
this.
on.
Okay.
Pause. There's big meat on it.
Open your mouth.
There you go. Munch on it. Let it swirl around a little bit. Let's swirl around.
Is this what you guys were eating? Is this what you guys were eating?
Yes, yo, what are you
That's the same
talking
thing
about?
you guys were eating
It's
the whole
same
time?
shit, bro.
I need water. I need
Nah,
water.
bro, there's no way.
That's what you guys are. I'm definitely bleeding. I'm definitely bleeding.
You're fine.
Is it blood or no?
No,
I'm
there's
bleeding.
no
I
blood.
feel like I'm bleeding,
There's
guys.
no blood, bro. Relax.
Oh
You're
my
good.
god, dude! It's in my neck.
Oh my.
I can feel it in my fucking neck, man. What was that one? What country was that from?
That was
Wait,
no.
wait,
You
wait.
gotta guess. Give it a.
It's sitting in. It's sitting in. Oh my god! Give me some juice. Give me some juice or something like that. Give me some juice. Where's the coffee?
Got the sangria.
Oh my god! Yeah, give me the sangria or something.
Sangria. Yeah.
Oh my god, just take a
Here's
water.
your water, buddy.
I fucking. Oh my god, dude!
Dog, have you never ate spicy food in your life, yo? Holy
I
shit!
can't feel my pinky, bro.
There's no way.
I can't feel my
There's
fucking
no-
pinky, dude.
Is this what all white people go through? There's no
Oh,
way.
man.
There's no way.
Oh my god, dude! Please, I don't even want to try the last one, dude.
You got to. You got to now.
Son, you
bro.
didn't know that it's spicy, son?
I heard the last one's fire.
Oh, last one. All right, let's go. Let's get this third one.
I would really prefer not to do that.
All right, keep your eyes closed. All right, do the third one, okay?
Oh my god.
right?
Yeah.
Small bite, guys. Small bite. Okay. Yeah. Guys.
You're good.
No, I just want to.
You're good, bro. Just
God.
Just take it in. Take it in.
Come on, man.
You're good.
I gotta take my shirt. I gotta take my jacket off.
Keep
I
your
gotta
eyes
take my
wide open. Okay.
I mean, shut.
I'll take my jacket off, dude.
It's really, there's no way it's that hot, bro. There's no way. All right, keep your eyes wide open. All right,
Where's the napkin, just in case I have to throw it up?
This is right here. Okay. All right.
I don't like how close Akaash is.
Cat's feeding you. You're good.
Okay.
Here it comes.
Here it comes. Open up, motherfucker.
No, because
bro.
I feel like you're putting extra. Is there sriracha?
Nah, it's not sriracha.
Come on, open your mouth. Hurry up.
Open your mouth, you pussy. What the fuck?
No. No, I felt that one going in. That one was wet. That was definitely a wet one. That must have had something on it. What were you guys doing? Oh, you guys were poisoning me. I see how it was. Oh, that's the funny joke. Is trying to murder your friend. Is that the funny joke? Is that?
Hold on. We should all try.
No, I gotta try it now.
Wait, how much? Is that how much you put it? Or
That's the meat you threw up, bro.
The real talk, that one was all. That was
like all pepper.
But before that, it was like drops, dog.
Wait, Andrew, I need your rating.
Can I tell you something? YPK? This is why you don't trust Nigerians. No. Your whole life you knew not to trust them, and this is why. Okay, this is why, because they're jealous that our Joll-Off is better. They're jealous of us. Okay, I knew which I can't even talk. I think my tongue is swollen.
Is it right there?
Yeah, I gotta try.
How much did you guys?
That's
Nah,
about.
the last one was OD. But the first two,
This I probably put this.
the first
much,
two
right?
was just like a little like a little drop.
The first one was good. I could do the
was
first
fire.
one.
The first one was fire.
But it just got more and more wet, and I was like, I don't think it's it.
All right, yeah, pass that real quick.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. I actually need to know which one was which for him.
Well, mine doesn't count because I didn't get a real taste test.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
The last one was OD.
All right, let's have the real judge go.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Can I just stick my spoon in here? I want to see what you're freaking out about.
Please.
Yeah.
I did the same thing, so.
Because maybe I didn't get enough pepper on the last bite. That last bite wasn't enough.
Right.
It's actually kind of hitting, to be honest with you. Here we go. This one should be hot.
Okay. Ready? No.
Oh, this shit hitting.
Ooh, he's right. No, I just tried the hot sauce.
Okay.
I'm telling you,
Yeah.
it would be like, I'll just tell you right now.
Yeah.
Guys,
I guess it would be funny to do that whole gig again.
Yeah.
But it would probably be better for the podcast if we didn't do it to me.
Why?
I'm just telling you.
Why?
I don't handle.
You can't handle spice
I don't
well?
do it very well, and maybe I'm
It's
setting
not
myself
bad,
up.
bro. It's actually really
I
good.
just tried it.
Yo,
We're
Yeah,
not gonna do it. We're not gonna do it. Ready?
and
all right.
Give him the real
All
taste
right,
test.
I don't
yeah.
trust you guys at all.
no, we won't fuck with you. We won't fuck with you.
All right.
Guess.
You're a
Yes.
guest,
Yeah.
bro.
Slap
That
it,
shit is
actually.
good as fuck,
Andrew,
bro.
you crazy,
Thank you.
dog.
All right. Ready?
Yep. Here
Okay,
we go.
we're gonna do Joll-Off challenge. Okay. Hold
Okay.
on.
Okay.
Joll-Off challenge for Francis
Yeah,
Ellis.
pass that shit over here, bro.
Okay. Number 1. Hold on.
Swear to you, there's nothing on that. No pepper on that.
Now, what you guys have to do is while I'm feeding him, you have to talk so the people listening
Yeah.
at home
Yeah.
Oh no,
are
absolutely.
entertained.
Yeah,
Okay.
So take
So,
a
Kaz
couple.
is still trying to eat.
I like that.
I'm sorry, this shit is dumb
Okay,
good, bro.
I-
There's a lot of
10.
there's a lot of flavor in that.
Okay.
Yeah, out of 10, what do you give it?
I like that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I can taste the fish. So
Okay.
I know which one it is, but I'll just.
Oh no,
not
on a
really
scale
that
of 1 to
blind.
10.
I would say I like that. Like a 7.5, 7.6.
Okay.
7.6.
Solid.
Number 2.
I like the exact measurement.
Hot.
Andrew coming in with it. Kaz,
go.
There we go.
Kaz and I have been eating this pepper this whole time, and honestly, we're fine. I'm sincerely.
Yeah. That one's a little sweeter.
Okay.
Oh, interesting.
It's got a little bit more of a saccharine type.
Saccharine.
You talking about stevia or whatever it's called?
Sure.
It's like, yeah,
I
sure,
drink
whatever.
tea. Yeah. I like that one a little more, I would say. I'm
Okay.
going to go 8.2.
Oh,
I'm not racist.
okay.
Not this guy.
Last one.
Oh, that's adorable. This is really adorable. It's like Like a diversity program, they both entered.
It really is.
Well,
If I get all my white friends
that
to
was
have
my favorite.
Now,
though.
guys,
Yeah.
keep in mind the winner of this. Before you decide, the winner of this, we are sponsoring a well in there. No, I'm just joking. Just kidding. Okay.
Never mind. I was gonna make it even worse.
Okay. Now it's up to you right now.
Yeah.
You've tried. What is the score
I
for the last one?
I thought the last one was the best, and I'm a little biased because that one was still pretty warm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I think that definitely helped it. But the last one I really liked a lot. I would say like I'm gonna go as high as like a 9.
Ooh.
CPK Cooks,
Okay.
my goddess.
YPK.
My YPK Cooks, my goddess sister.
That was
Let's
really
go.
Good. Is that one? That's the one.
That was that one. Yeah.
Unanimous.
Oh, that one was good.
Now, YPK, what's your name? That's the whole name. It's
Oh,
not
so you it's your restaurant.
just the let.
Pinamai Quartet.
Okay,
does
again,
that mean?
say it again.
Yeah, Pinamai Quartet.
Ya Pinamai Quartin. Okay, that very common name, by the way.
Not
So
What's
now
it mean,
here's the
Andrew?
thing, right? So here's the thing. YPK,
I'm like sweating, bro.
since you won,
Good sweat.
okay, what we have to do now as a podcast, this is what the real winner does. We have to learn a Ghanan dance.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you know any Ghanan dances?
Of course.
Okay, now we're not going to do it on this episode because I want us to get it down and we're going to really get the choreography with it and it's going to go down so you can be the one that teaches us if you like, okay? YPK Cooks, thank you so much.
Thank
Chef
you.
Prosper to God,
Thank you.
so much.
Prosper. Mama Cass,
Mama
thank
Cash,
you. for
thank
cooking
you
for that
so
Joll-Off.
much. And one more time, shouts to Ghana, yo.
Yes.
Shouts to Ghana, my
Ghana,
people.
Ghana.
Y'all
Yo,
fucking did it.
I'm a fair man, yo. The Ghana Joll-Off was hitting the hardest today, bro. So.
Champion of the 2019 Joll-Off off.
Oh my
Ghana.
gosh.
We'll see what happens next year. All right, y'all might have a choice. Now, what we're not going to do is.
Cass's people, as always.
So you're
late.
sweating,
I
son.
know. When I eat spicy food, I sweat. But
You
I love
pussy,
it.
bro. Pussy ass Indian talking about not gonna make me sweat. You are dripping sweat.
Oh, I
son.
sweat.
Yeah,
I
what's
sweat.
wrong with
Bro.
you? Huh?
I sweat, bro.
Come
I
on,
Go for
son.
a jog one time. All right?
I sweat.
That's the Senegalese one.
That this is what is it?
The Senegalese one.
The Senegalese
restaurant.
restaurant.
Yeah, turn it-
Did they
turn
make
it
you
around.
pay for it?
Yes.
So they're not getting a plug.
Big facts.
Also,
Shouts
they
to-
lost. So
Yeah,
whatever.
we don't want to do that. But real talk, thank y'all so much for being a part of this and doing this.
This is
And
already
then
my favorite episode.
YPK, you can obviously hang out if you want. You can also go, but we'll get in touch with you so we can learn that dance because we're coming through. I'm talking about we got to wear the outfit. Kaz has got to sell out his whole nation.
Yeah.
And
we
support
neighbors,
Ghana.
sort of, so I mean, we
Oh, now is we neighbors. Huh? Now is we neighbors.
Listen.
This guy's amazing.
In Nigeria, like the neighbor that always steals your stuff, right?
Look, I'll borrow your lawnmower real quick.
Listen, Ghana Joll-Off is just like Nigerian Joll-Off with like some. All they did was take what we was already doing and put some fire shit on. That's all they did.
Wow. Is that true?
Am I lying? Am I lying?
All right, YPK, we're gonna figure out the next one. All right,
Figure it out.
but what we're not gonna
But
do,
this shit is hitting. Though. I ain't gonna
Kaz?
hold you. Thank you.
guys. So what we're not gonna do is eat during the podcast. So put
Oh, yeah,
that
no, I'm
shit
done.
away. Okay,
Y'all got
finish it
y'all
up.
got
Finish it up.
Y'all got it. Hold on. I'm finished. All right.
Yo,
Finish take the fucking plate. No, I'm serious.
got you.
Nobody want to listen to you
We got
eat,
you.
bro.
We got you.
Come
We
on,
got you.
let's go.
I'm
we
sorry.
can eat later.
We're gonna put fucking
Absolutely,
broth
we can eat later. A lot of shit to talk about.
All right, let's get to it, bro.
Right.
Got something to support this.
Okay. No,
Thank
we
you,
have other
Francis, for
shit to
judging.
talk
other
about.
shit.
Thrilled
All
to
right,
be
fuck.
here.
Yo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Okay,
Work.
Francis.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for coming.
You know me. Thrilled to be here.
Oh yeah.
I appreciate you coming down.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan.
Yeah.
I support. Guys, come on, yo.
We're here. We're here.
Come on, yo.
Let's bring it back. Let's bring it back, guys.
So, I support what you guys do. I really love the morning show you do with Willie and Large. I've never met Large, so I can't vouch for him in person, but over the phone, he was very funny on a call.
Yeah. Yeah. He's great.
You guys can listen to it every day of the week. Sirius.
7 to 9 a.m. on Sirius.
Nice.
Also reposted on Barstool.
I think we do like a post-show thing, but yeah, it's mostly on the Sirius XM app.
Okay,
Yeah.
check out Sirius XM app. Thank you for being here. I'm excited for you to be as we start to talk about some sports and other things. Before we get into sports, there's something that I realized over the weekend. I was having a conversation with this art dealer from Sotheby's.
Right.
Must be nice.
Wealth.
Great life.
The wealth jumped out just now, bro.
Real
I
wealth,
see it.
right? real wealth.
The real wealth.
Okay. And I'm asking, I'm like, the people that pay all this money for art, they can't really give a fuck about art, right? Like, what's the real deal behind it?
Yeah.
Right? So, what was that?
Flex.
Okay. I thought it was flex. Okay?
It's a good
That was my
investment, too.
initial thing, right?
It's a good investment.
He goes, this is what it is. He goes, you buy an apartment, right? That's an asset, increases in value.
Yeah.
Pretty nice,
Right.
right? Let's say you get in trouble and you got to leave the country. Can you take your apartment? Let's say your country doesn't have that stable an economy, and the money that you the currency from that country
dollar
could dip
value
it. The
goes
dollar
down.
value, well, whatever your currency is, could dip in a heartbeat. The real estate market could dip in a heartbeat. It could be invaded by another country, right? And you got to get out of there. Everything that you own in that country is worth dog shit. You know what's not? Your Basquiat. You know what you can package and put on a fucking plane? Your Basquiat. You know what you can't take out of China? $20 million cash. You know what you can? Some painting. That's just going in your fucking luggage. It's a diamond. That's the reason why these people buy diamonds. It's not about putting it on your wife's necklace. It's putting it in a Swiss bank just in case some shit goes wrong. You have $60 million just sitting there, right? So I'm like, oh, that's what this shit is about. I asked this guy, finance studios, hanging out with him. Again, big money I'm spending
Very
with.
wealthy.
Okay?
Yeah,
Big money. Okay? Big money. So I asked this guy hanging out with him. I'm like, yeah, but it's not like a real asset. It just matters like what, people believe it is. Right? He goes, yeah, but like what's a real asset? I go, I don't know. What do you think a real asset is? And he goes, if we're being honest, there's only one, water.
Yeah.
He says that shit, and I start spinning, and it's like, oh my God, water is the only real asset.
Yeah.
He goes, and you want to know something crazy? We've been supporting the value of water. The government has been subsidizing it for a long time. So this bottle of water that's worth $1, actually not worth $1. It's worth way more because we're running out of water. But the government's just subsidizing it. We're going to clean your water. We're going to do whatever you need for it. So he goes, they say in 20, 30 years, there's going to be like this water scarcity problem, and water's going to skyrocket. And I sit there for a second. I'm like, holy shit, Bill Gates is a fucking scumbag. Right now, Bill Gates is trying to turn our shit into water. And he's getting all these pats on the back because it's like, look what he's doing. He's going to Africa. And he's finding a way to take this, our manure and all this horrible non-potable water and make it drinkable.
Yeah.
And everybody's going, what a humanitarian this guy is. No, he's a fucking sociopath, and he knows that water is done in 20 years, and who's going to have value? The people that have the mechanisms to turn the shitty water into drinkable water, and he's going to have the fucking patent on it.
Is he patenting it though?
Absolutely.
That's
this is.
crazy. Yeah.
100%.
I mean,
Watch in 20 years. Just watch this shit happen in 20 years.
like any sort of water, not just running water.
Do you guys remember The Big Short?
Yes,
Yeah.
I was thinking about that the whole time you were talking.
What happened in the last scene of The Big Short?
So the guy who saw the entire
Christian
finan-
Bale's character.
Christian Bale's character who saw the entire financial collapse coming. He was the one that made all the investments in buying up these shitty bonds or whatever, and then selling them or whatever it was.
Shorting
the
default swaps. Yeah.
Come on, we got Francis here. You guys know about this kind of shit.
At the end, they said his new investment, the thing he says to invest in, is water.
Yeah.
He stopped. He got out of the game. The only thing he's doing is investing in these little water situations.
Yeah.
Water companies. So I think that's my guess about Bill Gates. And here's the thing. I don't mind that Bill Gates does it. What I mind is right now he's taking the pats on the back. If he was like, hey, I'm looking at water down the line, I think it's going to be scarce, and I just want to, hedge my bets with it. Okay, cool. But the fact that you're like, I'm a hero.
Talk through this with me.
Go.
Hasn't he agreed to donate 99% of his wealth when he dies?
When he dies?
Yeah. He's given
It's
away
not
over
that far.
$30 billion as part of the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation already. He's like a humongous, probably the biggest benefactor in the world.
So I'm not saying, even if it's like a sociopath and all he wants is power and he just wants to be like, yo, I got that, even if I'm going to donate the money after, I guess I could see that. But that's the one thing where it doesn't necessarily connect with me is he's like, he's donated so much money already. He's already said, like, I'm leaving my kids X number of million each, and the rest I'm donating.
All right, fine. Maybe he's a nice guy.
I'm about to say,
See
like,
how quick I
what's
jump
so
off.
wrong
You know
with
what I mean?
that?
Like, all right, he's a sweetheart. You know what I mean?
What's so bad
You know.
about that? I don't see anything wrong with that.
No, but investing in water scares me. It's one of these things that I was thinking about today, all these issues, and like, I assume we'll figure it out, but there's a lot of shit coming. Like, the fact that we just won't have water is pretty fucking crazy. Alex carries in a gallon a day.
That's why.
Imagine if that gallon costs $60.
And it will. Because that's really the only thing we need to live, right? Like, you can find enough shit to eat hanging from a tree.
Water and land.
Yeah.
That's
What?
the only thing we need.
Land, you know, like, you
You
can figure it
don't
out.
even need land.
You can be on a boat.
You need land.
Have you seen the projections for land in 50 years based
No,
on
what's
global
it
warming
saying?
and the rising sea levels?
Oh, there won't be? Ah.
Yeah, there are massive parts of India that'll be underwater, Indonesia, Jakarta. I mean, it's crazy.
Jesus Christ.
Humongous, tens and tens of millions of people displaced.
So basically, water
terrified.
comes up, way less land. Now land is scarce, and it's about to go down.
I think so. Yeah, I think we're ignoring a lot right now. We're like at the point, we're past the point of no return.
Yeah, but it's not going to affect us until that shit hits a place where we want to party. Like, nobody cares
When
about
Ibiza's
like,
underwater.
Jakarta.
Yeah, right.
Exactly. You know, Cancun, when they're like, you can't do spring break this year. When it's spring break Arkansas, you know what I mean? It's like, fuck, we might have to stop using plastic.
God damn.
Yeah.
Where's that place Trump always beat starts with an M?
Mar-a-Lago.
Mar-a-Lago.
When that shit is underwater, we
When it's just
cooking.
Lago.
I mean, that's one of the few things that like scares me in life. Like, not necessarily like fucking psychopaths with like nukes and shit like that.
Yeah.
And fucking, because you know, people are people.
When we run out of shit.
When we run out of shit and there's just like nothing left, like I would never. Nobody in a million years believes that they're gonna be like the last people.
Yeah.
Like the last fucking.
Somebody's going to be, and you know the beauty of that is that like then we're going to see how silly this whole like right wing left wing thing is.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Then there's just one. There's just one group.
Global warming and aliens are the one thing that's going to unite us.
Deadass, we
Robots.
need aliens.
Yeah.
Robots.
We need aliens or robots. We gotta have something to fight.
Yeah, like we got to unite as like a people one day. Like once those motherfuckers come over here with the beams and shit and start shooting shit up. And
Independence Day.
yeah.
Yeah. It was an interesting conversation with this art dealer guy.
Were you trying to purchase art?
No,
You just sort of hanging out.
I just wanted to understand it. I was just hanging out with another buddy of mine. He was there, and I just wanted to understand it. I was like, "There's no way they care $60 million about art. There's nothing could make you feel $60 million worth of happiness just looking, right? Just having it there. Like I always, like Akaash said, thought it was a flex.
Yeah.
Like this is how I impress my rich friends.
Right.
You know, it's like it's just like a wife
it was a good
that you
investment.
hang on the wall.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That's what I assumed it was.
Why do you hang on the wall?
Right, like that young hot chick,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But it's like
It never ages.
It's
It actually
actually
gets
the
better with
best
age.
version
Yeah.
of a wife. Like that's what they want with
Yeah.
their young, but then it comes with them. But imagine your young hot chick was just in your house,
Quiet.
walk people in like, yo, there's my young hot chick, like, and they're like, oh, sick, you know, like that was so cool that you know, nice to meet you.
I have a painting of a lobster boat, and there's a dog at the end, and the lobstermen are pulling up traps at the end of the day. The title of the painting is End of Day.
Yeah.
And I grew up in Maine on the coast. There were lots of lobster boats and buoys and whatnot. And every time when I come home and I turn on my lights and it hits the painting, it gives me peace.
Really?
I didn't know that's where we were going with that.
I didn't know well enough to laugh at him. I was
like,
like,
what?
what do I do with this? What? I can't let this man drown in this story.
Ooh, you guys didn't see that shit coming.
Like,
Yeah.
oh, all right.
Wow.
I think he was
Oh,
just.
man.
I think he
It was your end of day.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
so glad that was a
moment.
podcast moment. Because if that happened in real life, I'd just be like, oh, all right.
Actually, I think
Must be
there's-
nice, bro.
I think there's something. I think there's something funny about like continually adding more unrelatable elements to a story. Like, right? You said I have a painting. 30% of people check out. Like, I don't know what the fuck. I
grew up in Maine.
Grew up in Maine, and there was a lobster boat, and they're bringing up the traps.
As
You're
long
like,
as it's
bro,
on the
he's
lobster
there.
boat, I was like, all right. Like,
how
where
to
we
get
go?
lobsters? How the fuck you get
You know
lobsters?
what? I'll tell you though. Later tonight, you guys are gonna think back on that image of the painting. Maybe we'll have a group chat going.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
will send you a picture, and we're all gonna breathe a little deeper as we look at the painting.
I want this group chat to happen so you can see how unaffected all of us are.
Exactly.
Well,
Like the most you get is like the double tap on the group chat, like the thumbs up. Like,
I'm gonna think that
You won't
shit
get
with a question
an
mark.
actual response.
Yeah.
That's currency.
Right, thanks.
That's my water. Okay, yeah. Sure.
So there was a monumental moment I saw on Instagram yesterday.
Yeah.
That I posted, and there's a picture taken with Steve Nash, Dirk Nowitzki, and Michael Finley, and for the first time that I've seen in my life, a white man has aged better than a black man. Okay, and like wildly so.
Well, you know why though?
Because he has a black wife.
There
right.
you go.
Black wife, long life.
Yeah, black
That's what
wife,
they
long
say.
life.
White wife, lots of strife.
Lots of strife. Get the knife. Shout out to OJ.
Or she will. Shout out to OJ. You about to see?
White wife.
You want to
get
see
the
a
knife.
40 time? You want your kids to have these elite genetics. You want to see where that came from. You think when they were running away, they're like, he's got to catch it. Like, there's no
And
way.
you bother running. Like, what's the point?
Like, why was Nicole running at that point?
Bro,
Like,
yeah.
I'm like, come on, son, Hall of Famer. Like,
That's
40
it. You got to
time,
meet them at the line.
Like,
You know what I
come
mean?
on,
Before
son.
they get, some momentum.
Oh, geez, no chance.
Can't let them get downhill.
Yeah.
Can't stop OJ going downhill.
Once he picked up a head of steam, he was just unstoppable at that point.
You know what it is? You know what it is? Wow, nobody's mentioned this. Like, the dude didn't try to save her at all.
No.
Like, he wasn't like, he didn't step to OJ. Like, they both just ran, right?
I don't know the story, except that he killed him.
I saw the photos, and it was like a stream of blood. So
Did
like,
it
you could
happen
tell
on
it was-
the doorstep of the house?
Oh, and then they ran after getting.
Maybe. I'm not really sure. That's what I thought. I thought he opened the door. I don't want to speak out of turn. Maybe that's what I thought, though.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe it happened there. I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out.
You're not outrunning OJ.
Yeah.
Not
I'm
even
out.
washed up OJ.
No. I'm
No.
out. I'm out. 100%.
Again,
I'm out. Yeah.
This is a challenge I've issued to OJ. Foot race right now, I would dust him.
You think you got OJ?
I would fucking dust him.
Now, at this age.
We can run the same distance, but I want to start 5 yards ahead so I know what I'm running for.
Yeah.
And I would dust him. Yeah, there's no way. I've
To
had this
even
with
it
my
out,
friends.
you gotta replay like murder rage into OJ because like that's how fast he's going. Like it's not just like there's like running for a competition and then it's like, yo, I want to kill you.
Yes.
Rage. So like he might
OJ got mad CTE. That shit probably just happened randomly.
he might hit a 4.6 on you, bro. Like
Nah,
that
bro.
might
Arthritic. He's done. I issued a challenge. OJ, you out there?
OJ's just
Let's
kind of
race,
chilling
dog.
right now, no?
Let's race.
I know he's doing his things. He's making his money in
What is he
Florida.
doing?
Probably back
Whatever.
in Florida.
Just appearances and that kind of
Yeah.
shit. He also has money from the NFL, right? You get a
Like a pension.
you get a
right?
pension plan, yeah. So I think
Oh,
he's living
shit.
off that. But
He wasn't like ineligible for that
no,
for certain reasons.
no, because he's not
Certain
guilty
reasons.
Yeah, but he went to jail.
Yeah,
for,
like, he's
for the
a long
memorabilia
time.
shit.
Beating somebody up, violent crime.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was just
Yeah, he
taking
went to
his
go
memorabilia.
steal his own stuff back, right?
Yeah, he beat the shit out of the guy
Who stole his stuff?
who had his memorabilia.
But the guy didn't steal his memorabilia, right?
I thought he bought it from him. Man, we are all a little foggy on these details. I feel like.
That's LJ.
Anyway, Michael Finley's aging like shit.
That's the
It
point
is
of the
so
story.
bad.
Andrew
you
said
could
on
see
IG
that coming even when he was in the NBA.
He did have a bit of an old face
He
to him.
had an old man.
Michael
Yeah,
Finley was
droopy
like
ass face.
40 for like
Yeah.
60 years.
Bro, it is bad.
He
Yeah.
came in the league looking like fucking the washed version of Brian McKnight. Like,
Yeah, he
like,
has
he
a
looks like he looked like Brian
swollen
McKnight
look.
now.
He has a very
Droopy
swollen
face.
look, droopy face. I said on IG he looks like a detective.
So funny.
And detectives do not age well.
Nah.
Like when you see a detective in anything, it is just a lot of years of like
Stress and
He looked-
coffee.
missing
He
kids.
looked like True Detective today.
Yes, exactly.
Does he
Like-
have
like today.
the rolls, the really
Oh, yeah, he
big
had those as a
forehead
rookie.
rolls?
Who I don't know. I
Yeah, he
didn't see
definitely
that.
looked like the worry lines, like
but
those
but
things.
it ceases to just be lines, and all of a sudden they become these engorged rolls.
They're like small hot dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He looks like a Sharpie or Sharpei. What's that dog? That's just full of rolls.
Exactly.
Sharpei.
Yes, a
Yes.
Sharpei would be a good.
Yeah,
good
yeah.
version.
So yeah, he's doing, and Dirk is just fucking glowing, man. It's truly amazing to see. And I thought it was
You can tell like he's like he ran out of fucks to give like years ago.
Who?
Dirk.
Dirk's
Like,
the guy that started the sit at the podium and then pull the mic out of the thing and then hold it.
Yeah.
That's just laid back Dirk. It was actually that's when the Mavericks started doing much better. He suddenly just got much more laid back about everything.
He started that?
Yeah. That was,
Really?
everybody used to sit up at the podium, just
Lean
watch
into
any
it.
old. Then I remember the year the Mavs won, I was like, Dirk just pulls that shit out and he just leans back and he's
Love
just like,
it.
yeah, it's and he just
He
has
got
a
into,
little
like-
breathy answer and that's it.
Like once he won that title in Miami, like he just got this like sudden cool factor about him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when they went to fucking Live on Sunday with like Mark Cuban with the fucking trophy and shit. They were
Right.
like taking, popping bottles on the shit and taking pictures.
You know what his turning
and, like,
point really was, I think, and I got this from the ticket, but like do you remember when he dated that girl, he was engaged to that girl, turned out to be a stripper that was stealing all his money, that ugly-ass chick?
Yeah.
Ugly-ass chick.
Yeah.
I think after that, it was just something different in Dirk, where it's like, all right, I don't give a fuck about any of this anymore. Like, not I don't care, but like, you can't hurt me anymore. Like, I'm good. I'm fine.
Right.
But that was an interesting story about an athlete where a woman, they had this horrible run-in, and then everybody felt bad for him, as opposed to having any ill judgment towards him based on his relationship.
I feel like that's
What
that's
do you mean by that?
Meaning, I would say like 95% of the time when a relationship with an athlete goes wrong, we have some bad opinion of the athlete.
Yeah, but this
for
girl
it.
was like in jail. Like,
Like think about whether it's because there was a hint of domestic abuse or like
hint.
cheating or
Hold on.
sprinkle of domestic
Define
violence.
a hint of domestic abuse. What is a hint? What is a
like
pinch?
it wasn't proven, but
It was an
like,
allegation.
Everyone assumed that
Yeah.
was what was going
Right,
on.
right. A picture with a
Yeah,
bruise.
like the Kobe scandal, right? It's like, okay, yeah, he was acquitted. There was a settlement out of court, but it happened
Well,
in
it's kinda like,
Colorado.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Did we ever find out whose cum was on her panties?
There was like 7 different. Like,
There was a lot of different
was
cum.
mad cum.
And I know that's the go-to excuse, like when anybody accuses you of rape, like your people start going, yeah, but she's a whore,
Right.
which I never understood because I feel like a whore would know the difference between consensual sex and rape. Like if I
I've
was
been giving consent to a lot of
They-
people.
yeah, if I was a
they'd
whore,
also-
it's
One
like,
of 'em.
yo, I take dick. Like that's
They'd
light
also know
work.
they
You know
also
what I
know
mean?
the difference between like janitor dick and like Kobe dick.
Facts.
Like, we're not doing like hotel lobby
That
dick.
black mamba.
Yeah.
It's like
But
It's
the
like,
irony that she was washing everything in that room but her panties that were full of cum.
Yeah.
Right? Like just throw that shit in the laundry load.
You work at a hotel.
You have
Like, you didn't
access
think-
to the best cleaners.
You didn't think at one point to be like, oh, I should probably take these panties.
Okay, back to the hint though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, I've seen that facility that once was the hotel. I've driven by it in Colorado. It's
Really?
now a rehab facility.
No way.
Yeah, it looks
Like-
really nice too.
Hold on. What do you mean? The hotel turned into
Yeah,
a
they
rehab?
turned it into a big like place for people to send their horrible children that have done poorly or whatever,
Really?
that have had troubles
Getting
with
raped by Kobe?
substances. Yeah,
Where is it again?
in Colorado. It's in Vail.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, right next to
damn.
Vail. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying usually we blame the athlete for
Yeah,
a
we blame the
relationship
athlete.
gone
Like,
awry.
I mean, I would say, you've got the big athlete. Can you name an NFL case where there was a news headline about an NFL athlete where he had a falling out with his wife or girlfriend where we were like, oh, the poor guy?
Well, those always are, again, domestic abuse allegations or infidelity allegations, which are always on the guy.
Right.
Difference is this time the girl was thrown in jail. We realized the girl was a liar. She was stealing from him, whatever.
Right.
So that was like the allegations are all on her.
But he's saying can you
But I will
name
say
one?
an athlete that's not an NFL player, Mike Tyson.
Really?
Mike Tyson, nobody likes Robin Givens forever.
What?
Oh, I disagree. I disagree.
No, yeah.
What?
I
Like,
disagree.
it was rough for Mike too, bro.
No. In
This guy had too
retrospect,
much Joll-Off. You really think that we were blaming Robin Givens over
I don't think at the
crazy
time.
Mike
I don't think at
Tyson?
the time, but I think now everybody.
Nah.
No.
Akaash, what the
I think a
fuck are
lot
you
of people
talking
No,
think
there's an
about?
Andre 3K lyric. I hope you more
How
like
many-
so and so than Robin Givens.
How many people did Robin Givens bite their ear off?
Fam, Robin Givens on an interview just saying he beats me in front of Oprah, and then Mike just sitting there
Because
like,
he beat her!
go
Yeah,
to the
like-
cops, don't go to fucking Oprah, and all of a sudden
Oprah's
ambush him.
better!
I'm like, she did go to the cops. He like did jail time for
He
this.
did two.
right?
He did
Yeah.
2 or 3 years.
Yeah, like,
Well, he
like-
did the 3 years for the rape shit.
The rape. Yeah.
Yeah, but that wasn't
Oh,
of Robin Givens.
Right.
That's
okay.
the
You heard the
hilarious
story, Mike
Patrice
Tyson
O'Neal
walks in,
joke. Have
Robin
you heard
Givens-
that Patrice O'Neal joke?
have not.
Where he
Yeah.
talks about the girl accused Mike Tyson of raping her, and then he looked at the details. She said that he raped me by eating my pussy. And he's like, how you eat a pussy rapey?
No rapist.
Aggressive cunnilingus.
Said no rapist wants to make you feel wonderful.
The goat. The fucking goat. Anyway, so it is rare. I think that your point holds up. Usually we blame the athlete or the more wealthy person in any breakup.
Yeah, and you could even boil it down to like, okay, it's a lot easier to blame somebody who is, 270 pounds of pure muscle versus like some diminutive woman in a case. Like, obviously those optics aren't great, but that was a time with Dirk where everyone, and another one would be Dwayne Wade and his ex-wife.
Go.
He got full custody of all 3 boys, wrote a book about it, and then married Gabrielle Union, who is now like co-parenting his kids together.
They got commercials together.
And they have like this nuclear family vibe. And meanwhile, the mother of his children is disgraced.
Yeah.
And nobody knows where she is. And everyone fucking hates
So why
her.
do you think this happens?
Well,
It depends on the athlete, to be honest. Like, how bad do we like you?
True, but what's your take on it? What do you think?
I mean, it's tough.
Go,
Like,
say it.
I would rather, honestly, I'd rather hear your guys' opinions about it.
No.
I think
say
it probably comes down to race,
Right.
Things
Definitely comes down to race.
It comes down to the nature of the sport, right? Like in football, we're more likely to believe that a football player did something horrible than a fucking
A basketball
soccer player,
Golfer.
yeah,
or
or
some
golfer,
shit.
or a tennis player.
Yeah, that Cristiano Ronaldo caught a rape allegation.
Horrible rape allegation, and in America we didn't give a fuck.
Fam, not only do we not give a fuck, the next game after he scores a goal, he's just thrusting his hands on his pelvis back and forth multiple times.
Ronaldo, Messi, they've
See,
all
I
been
didn't even know
caught
that.
in these horrible tax. I mean, it's not with women, but like the tax evasion stuff.
That's
They're
some
supposed to go
Spanish shit, though.
Yeah.
Even fucking little Tink that shot his wife, or whatever.
Oh, Blade Runner.
Yeah, Blade Runner.
Little
Yeah,
Tink
like
Tink.
we even fucking. I forgot it.
That's a
Pistorius.
Cat Williams, Oscar Pistorius. Yeah.
Dog, even then, like I didn't even really believe him at
So-
first. I'm like, this
so
got
did-
no legs. What happened?
Yeah.
Until like the details came, I was like, oh yeah. Nah,
But he said that he
definitely-
thought someone was breaking in.
Yeah.
And I don't
She
know,
was
like,
locked in his bathroom.
but if you were breaking into someone's house and they had a gun, like you're going to go behind a door. First of all, if he shoots the gun, does he just fly backwards? because he's on his stumps, like he got no traction whatsoever. You know, like you could grab at the wood with your toes
You gotta
a little
have, like,
bit.
a good
Dude,
stance to shoot
I
a
would
gun
love
good.
to see them recreate that. He takes one shot and just flies into the fucking wall, dude. Like he just got hit by a Hadouken.
I see it more as like the recoil of the gun would be like a tuning fork effect where it would go down. You know what I mean? Like it'd take him a while before you shake it steady. Yeah,
Dude,
what I'd
that's
say.
how he's got to tune a fucking guitar. He just slaps his
like,
leg. Twisted on the top of. No, it's C sharp. It's not a C.
Oh my god.
Bro, nobody talks about that, man.
Yeah.
That Pistorius, dude.
Yeah.
We got to look at those
He got
prison
convicted, right? Like,
for.
he's in jail?
Yeah, he got convicted.
Yeah, but like. No,
Did he?
he did get convicted.
I don't know.
They put him back in jail. But
Oh.
does he get to have like prison spatulas? Like what is he using? What is
Sports.
he?
The sports
He got
that
sports.
He got
runs
sport. They
on?
got to give him something because he
Yeah.
can't stump around prison.
No, right,
You know?
right.
Oh, they just give him a chair. So I think the sports are just for like athletic competition. Like that was
Oh,
just
he
for
probably
him to
gets a
run.
chair.
So he probably gets a
Hey,
chair.
man, if I'm in jail, I want a chair.
So you close, keep that butt close.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Keep it tight.
yeah.
Keep
Keep
it
it tight.
very tight,
Yeah.
dude. I mean, he's. Oh man, poor guy is just like
Poor, he killed his wife.
we don't know that.
His girlfriend.
No, he for sure killed
You guys
her.
heard Jim Jeffries' bit about that?
No.
Oh,
What is
that's
it?
the best. Like one of the best things I've ever heard.
What is it?
He goes, Oscar Pistorius killed earlier this year, shot and killed the hottest woman alive. And I, for one, was happy about it because hot women have been having it too good for too long. And then he goes on this whole long bit about it. I mean, it's really unbelievable. It does a lot of the like leg stuff. It's just, you gotta check it out.
Did they ever get into like what the argument was that caused the shooting?
No. I don't know a whole lot about it.
Do you
but
think it
It was
probably went
definitely-
something like
Yeah.
hey I think she's like I've had another this argument. I'm going to get a pedicure, and he was like, what? Going to get a what?
definitely triggered him.
She probably did some wild petty shit and like shoved her off the bed, like, yo, fuck you. And it's just like wiggling around and shit. Because the shit's come off. He doesn't sleep with the sporks. Like,
That's
he
the
takes
funniest
sporks
part
off.
of that. She was probably laughing at him as they were fighting, and he was trying to search for
He's
his
like,
legs.
bitch, if you don't. He's putting his legs on and shit, trying to get up.
That's why I don't believe it was
probably laughing
robbers, because robbers just sees motherfucker crawling on his belly trying to get his legs and be like, all right, just step over the guy. Let's get out of
Yeah,
here.
we're good.
Oh, my gosh.
Take what you need. Keep it moving.
God damn.
Yeah, it is interesting with the how we look at the athletes and how we convict them before they even are. But I think Dirk benefited not maybe only from being white, but from being clueless. I think that there's like a little Borat syndrome that happens with foreigners where we assume they don't know better. So when we find out that he was dating the stripper, we're like, oh, it's some goofy German guy. They don't know about strippers. They don't know about
They know they're fucking hustlers, yeah.
Exactly.
She also had a history of scamming a lot of people. Like, she was like wanted or something like that. Like,
Yeah, and her mugshot didn't help either. Like her mugshot
and
was
she was
terrible.
ugly. That's
yeah,
another
like
thing.
she was
Bitch was
rough
ugly.
looking. I was like, damn.
So she
dog.
had it all with Dirk.
Yeah.
She was going. She had everything she could have fucking dreamed.
Best thing that ever could have happened to Dirk. Now he got this fine ass wife.
Yeah, brings him the fucking leftovers every
Yeah.
game. That's when we started to love Dirk. Like for a while, Dirk was like a walking like punchline. Like fucking blew it against like the We Believe Warriors and
Right.
shit. And like he had that
06,
he had that
02.
sad ass
Oh,
MVP
yeah.
fucking presentation where like he had to accept it via satellite during the playoffs. Like it was really fucking sad. Nobody gave a fuck about Dirk. It was the Heat championship and the fucking the to go plate. Because we
Right.
knew he had a black wife, and every black dude seeing him with the foil over the Tupperware was like, "Oh yeah, I've been there. Like, oh, I get that." You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that's
yeah,
how we all kind of started fucking with Dirk. So when that whole thing happened, we all was just like, "Oh man." Like,
What if that was all a PR stunt?
Sure
What
it
if,
was.
like, what if they're
I'm
like,
sure
how
it
can
could've
we
been.
get black people to be into Nowitzki? And they just handed him the.
You mean
the
outside
plate
of
with
being
the tin
really
foil?
good at basketball? Like that's not,
His wife
that wasn't enough.
Clearly, it wasn't. You just said you didn't like him until the tinfoil plate.
Well, because he used to choke every year in the playoffs, and like
You
he
said the
went-
tinfoil plate was a turning point.
I said the Heat championship and then the tinfoil plate.
You know, his wife
the
is at
to-go
home like,
plates.
I have Tupperware. Why I would never do a fucking tin. We are rich. I am a millionaire.
Like, the
I'll get
fucking-
some carry out. This is
Like
light
I don't,
work.
I have nothing to prove this, but like the whole like get invited to the cookout thing,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that black people have to do for like certain white folks.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
That's the cookout plate. So it's like Dirk was. You never even questioned Dirk because like, bro, he already walks with the cookout plate. Like, of course he's
He's
invited
invited
to the cookout. Well,
Yeah,
why
yeah,
not?
yeah,
You know.
yeah.
So yeah, it feels. I could see why it would be harder for people to, do that with other football players that like look violent and look fucking, it's Dirk. He's dainty. He's German.
But D
he has a
Wade,
black wife.
he really got that shit.
I mean, D Wade's fucking lovable, bro.
He's
like,
lovable.
who doesn't-
Clean
Yeah.
cut,
Yeah.
But
handsome,
let's keep it real though.
Yes.
Lovable, but
soft spoken.
got another shorty pregnant while dating Gabby.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Right.
He
That
skates.
that
D-Wade
was
skates.
D-Wade know exactly what he's doing. It's like every time some shit fucks up, he's like, my mom's a preacher. Did you guys know my mom's a preacher? Like, I bought my
She
mom's
used to be
a
on
church.
drugs. She used to be on
Yeah.
drugs. I loved her the whole time. She's on drugs. Just
And
remember
then,
that.
but now she's a preacher,
Yeah,
but
but
she used to be on drugs, but
yeah.
God helps you. God
Yeah,
saves you.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you fuck a girl and you're married, but whatever. I mean, it is what it
I
is.
can't imagine the number of times he cheated on his first wife. Like, I bet it was just fucking
it's Gabrielle Union.
blatant. No,
No, this is
wife.
first
No,
wife.
No, that's what I'm
First,
saying.
Before
Like,
Gabrielle.
if you leave
You
your baby
think
mom
if
to
he cheated on
Gabrielle
her to
Union,
just
that's
date Gabrielle? No, like
Oh, no.
there
no.
was no women in between the wife and
Yeah.
Gabrielle. You crazy?
I think Gabby lets him fuck girls on the side. I think that's why they're such homies. And I think he messed up and got this one pregnant.
Yeah.
Oh, we were having this convo the other night. I thought it was really funny with this this why I just thought of unprotected sex, but this Brazilian comic named Rafi,
Yeah.
and he said something funny. He's like, he goes, condoms. We were talking about because he's Brazilian and everybody has AIDS.
Mad
And-
AIDS.
Mad AIDS.
In Brazil?
Yeah.
Oh,
he goes,
yeah, boy.
Damn.
he goes, condoms have to be worse than AIDS. And then we're like, why? He goes, well, because people keep on getting AIDS. And it's pretty easy not to get AIDS. You just use a condom, so it has to be worse than AIDS then. Think about how awful
That's fucking
condoms are.
awful.
Well, I've always thought that the best part about getting AIDS is that you can't get AIDS. You never have to wear a condom again. You only fuck people with AIDS, and you can do anything you want. You can do anything. You could have a
Oh my
100-person AIDS
God.
orgy. You're at terminal velocity, just ping-ponging it around. You can't get any worse. I mean,
Oh my God.
You're already there.
Yo, we need to
bro.
do a dating app. It's Hiver.
Holy shit. That's $1 billion
Yeah,
idea.
it
yo.
does.
It's not because there's not a lot that will stay on it.
That's very true.
You off that shit real soon, bro.
boy.
A lot of
Customer
turnover.
turnover is high.
A lot of
Retention
turnover
is
on the
low.
Himmer. Hey, I liked your profile. Where you been?
Been a little tied up.
I just keep getting ghosted.
That's a month-to-month membership for sure. Ain't no yearly subscriptions there.
Bro, the best part about getting names is you can't get in.
Oh, wow.
That's so funny.
Oh, God, yo. What terrible
Bro,
people.
like after you settle with it and
What
after everything's
terrible
fine,
people.
you're just like, yo, let's go, son.
my
I'm
God.
raw and everyone.
Fuck
Yo.
Can't get any worse because, you know.
Like, once you beat it, like Magic beat it, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker isn't afraid of nothing, bro. Like, nothing.
Yeah. What could be better?
Who's the
than
better winner,
living
him or
with
Jordan?
AIDS? Really?
Oh, Magic's greatest winner
Yeah,
of all time.
yeah, yeah.
Dude, you
He's
beat
the
it.
greatest winner of all time.
You beat AIDS.
He beat AIDS.
Yeah. Bill Russell looks at him like, God bless him.
Okay, so hold on a
And this
second.
is
Magic
during
undefeated.
AIDS
He
He just
heyday
has
too.
it at bay.
Hold
Yeah.
on a
Like,
second.
there-
Hold
this
on
is-
a second. Hold
This
on
is
a
during
second.
AIDS' prime.
This is
too.
during it was when the Warriors were out there.
It was like super team AIDS too. Like it wasn't like an off year. Like motherfuckers thought he was done.
This is Dynasty
It
AIDS.
was Boogie Cousins AIDS just walking around and infecting the fuck out of San Francisco, bro. It was
That shit was taking everybody
butthole
out.
to butthole.
Shit took Easy E out. Like we was like, fuck. NWA was the shit, bro. Motherfuckers out here.
Dynasty AIDS.
Oh god. That was
Bro.
like the fucking goddamn.
So what are you saying that
That's
AIDS
the late
nowadays
90s
is like?
Yankees,
Magic Real Talk beat AIDS for everyone. Ever since Magic, we got less scared of AIDS.
You know
Yeah.
who didn't? Me.
Yeah, I'm still very scared of
Yeah, like
AIDS.
we all said, like
It's
that's.
not that you're not like
Keep
if
it
somebody got
100.
AIDS, you're not like you dead.
All right, keep it 100. Whenever you see Magic like dapping up players or like hugging players, like ain't a little part of you like, fam.
I ain't gonna
off
front.
that
when I was younger,
bro.
absolutely, because like him and Isaiah Thomas used to do like the kiss on the shit. like, the
Isaiah,
kiss
stop.
thing. Isaiah was like, "Yo, I'm good on that,
Yeah.
bro."
When
Yeah.
he came back for
Yeah.
the All-Star game after announcing, Pete, there were players that thought that Sweat would
Yeah.
transfer it.
Yeah.
Players that were staying away from him. Isaiah Thomas was.
We
the-
know
yeah,
nothing
was the
about
big
AIDS.
one.
He beat AIDS when we didn't know shit about it.
I don't
that's the
understand
fucking-
it.
yeah.
Because think of who died at the same time of AIDS. People who had money too. Freddie Mercury
Yeah.
Right.
wasn't far off. I mean, it was like how
Eazy-E.
what was what was
Easy
Magic
I think
Johnson?
Suge gave him that shit.
People who had money, right? That was the idea was that Magic Johnson could afford the best treatment.
But
there
other
were
rich people didn't.
other rich people who died
Yeah.
of AIDS around the same time.
What do you think kept him alive?
I mean, I
Cookie.
do think the fact that he contracted the disease when he was in the best physical shape of his life.
So his immune system
is
was
definitely
was
helpful.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah, he was starting at the best place, and then I don't know. Beyond
Yeah,
that.
like Freddie Mercury, Easy E, they weren't the healthiest motherfuckers anyway. They were rock and roll, drinking
Right.
weed, coke,
Yeah.
all that bullshit. Like it couldn't have been great for your body already. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So Magic fucking dropping triple doubles and shit. Like I can see that.
And my guess would be
Wait, hold on. What, Akaash?
If you looked at Magic and his son and had to guess which one had AIDS,
I hope there's a shot of Akaash coming to that thought because Akaash came to that thought about 30 seconds ago, and I knew something was there because I just saw him look down. He just looks down and goes.
I didn't know. I was trying to figure out how do I
Make
get
it
the
palatable.
thing. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh man. It's times like these, like where having a non-live show is so fun. You guys get to choose what you die on here.
Oh, we die on everything.
We
Yeah.
rarely cut anything.
It's
out.
great.
We've all died at least once.
Yeah.
We've all had at least one
I
rough
met
week.
EJ. I've met EJ a couple times.
Really?
How tall?
Yeah.
Like he's taller than you, right? He's
How's
like
he look?
6'7".
Healthy?
Yeah, he looks like magic.
Thank God he got.
You know?
Thank God he got Daddy's immune system.
6'8", 280, and
A load in the post,
6'12"
man.
in heels.
Like, yeah.
I mean,
6'12" in heels.
he came up to me and he said, I was at like this place, The Blonde.
Yeah.
You ever
Oh,
been to
I've
that
been to
place?
the Blonde. Yeah.
One time, by the way, I was there and the entire Cleveland Cavaliers team walked in.
Nice,
After
okay.
playing the Nets. LeBron, Richard Jefferson, Kyrie, whatever.
Yeah.
Tonight it was EJ. This night it was EJ. And EJ came up to me and he
What a
goes,
letdown.
I didn't know who EJ was.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
EJ came up to me and goes,
I have a painting of a boat
I will
with two
give you
lobster
peace.
traps.
We call it end
Little
of
dog.
day. I was like, I want it. I'll do anything. I will do
I have a
anything.
painting.
And I mean anything.
I have a painting of my dad's HIV test. It's called End of Day. Go on, finish.
Oh, God.
No, he
up
came
to-
up to me and he goes, you could be a model if you burned that shirt.
God damn.
He's trying to
way.
flirt. He's trying to neg you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it work? How'd you feel?
Well, I DM'd him the next day. I swear to God, I have the DMs. Let me.
Oh, you gotta. I gotta see
Let me
that.
find my phone.
Yeah.
Wait, you really DM'd him?
The guys from Accra restaurant are here. You were kind of late, bro. Like I know.
You were mad
Joll-Off.
Nigerian about it, bro.
Yo,
Yeah, bro.
no, he's gone in.
Oh.
To be
He's
fair,
gone in.
Ghana won already. So
Yo, Ghana
Yeah.
won. We had YPK Cooks here, who was on time.
yes, Accra. I not bigged you up too, man. I was
Yeah,
like,
man.
I used to eat here all the time.
No, we're not going to do all this. Listen. We got EJ's DMs to talk about. We'll get
We'll
to
get
it later.
to you in a bit. We'll get to you in a bit.
Yeah.
About 40 minutes after the podcast ends.
I'm taking all that shit home, by the way. Yes,
All
sir.
right, let's see what we got. Oh, you guys
Okay.
went back and forth.
Hi, EJ. We met at the Blonde last night. You told me I could model, but I had to throw my shirt away. Nice talking to you. Then EJ goes, OMG, I was a mess last night, LOL.
Oh,
At this
God.
point,
Y'all
I was like,
flirting with-
I
for
am
real.
in.
You know what?
And I go, haha, no, you were in good form, you know? And I'm not good, am I? And then EJ goes, hardly, I don't remember much. LOL again, double LOL. I was like, you knew I was a comedian.
God.
And then I...
He's just
and-
throwing it off the glass at this point. Like, yo.
yeah. And then
Finish
I
at the rim.
I wrote this thing. I was like, love it. I work at a big media company called Barstool. I have a show. Would love to get you
felt
on it
so
as a
duped.
guest. Would you up for it? And then I never heard back.
Yeah. He thought
Wait,
y'all
hold
was
on.
trying to fuck.
But you've sent him many more things since. What was your next thing?
I just said wanted to follow up and see if you might be keen to be a guest on our show. We just had the Sports Illustrated swimsuit models last week, and I sent him.
Yeah, that'll get him.
Well, and then because seriously, like sometimes you seduce guests by being like,
Yeah.
"Here's the caliber of
Yeah.
guests we."
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
What was his reaction?
I can run it past my publicist, and then never really heard back from that.
But he did respond to that message. which
He was
is
trying to
interesting.
hit it.
Yeah, there you go.
He was trying to hit it.
Yeah, he just wanted
That was a
cheeks,
soft
bro.
no.
Yeah,
Do you feel used a little bit? I would have felt used.
I felt.
You felt dirty.
I felt bad.
Yeah.
Did you feel like you were using your looks to get ahead in the business?
Let me tell you something. I have a song in my act about how successful I would be in Hollywood if Harvey Weinstein had been gay. And there was no limit to what I would have done for roles in his movies. And I do kind of stand by that.
I just want to let you know something.
Uh-huh.
And you might not have been into Hollywood yet, but everyone's gay.
Yeah.
So you have a shot.
There you go. Well,
Harvey might be the only straight one in charge. You
it.
can give up cheeks for roles guaranteed.
Is that true?
100?
Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Where do you think the theater nerds go when they don't make it in theater?
but aren't most of them gay anyway?
That's what I'm
That's what he's saying.
But
Theater
but
nerds
they're
don't make
producers
it in
and shit?
theater. They want to be around the art, so they become the casting directors, the producer.
got
I don't
it.
know if I've ever met a straight casting director that was a man. Have you? It's either women or gay dudes.
I think I met some, or they're just gay and you can't really tell.
Right. Sometimes under cuffs.
Yeah.
Down lows.
That DL.
That's right. The DL gays.
Keep it on the down.
They're so secretive.
You want to take any current sports or not?
Say again?
You want to talk any current sports or not?
Yeah, let's talk.
Oh, yeah, with it.
Anybody watch Zion and Duke?
Watch Zion and Duke.
You see that game? Did you see that
Great
game?
fucking game. Great
No,
finish.
I don't really care about college sports.
It was a hell of a game.
I watched the last 6 minutes.
I watched the
Yeah.
last 20 seconds.
Yeah, that's all you need to see. That
That's
last,
the
last
only
minute
the only thing RJ Barrett did was win the game.
Yeah.
The only thing he did was to put back to win the game that I saw in the last 6 minutes.
Right.
But the rest of it, Zion, dog. Zion is the truth.
Yeah.
Did real quick before we get into that, did you guys see the sketch that they made about keeping Duke in March Madness?
Yes. On
There was like
House
these-
of Highlights.
Yeah, it was like 4 black dudes.
Yeah,
like,
it
in
was
a
like,
room,
okay,
whatever.
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna move the rim. This is
Yeah,
gonna.
yeah. And everybody like went crazy. Like the sketch is like viral. This is crazy. This, that, the other. And it's like, this is Buffalo Wild Wings.
Yeah.
right? This is the premise of the commercial of Buffalo Wild
Good
Wings,
point.
right? Like we
Send
remember
it in
that.
overtime. Yeah. But the game itself was nuts though, because like I've never seen like instant karma or instant like with Zion when he fouled out Taco Fall, the 7'6" kid from UCF or whatever.
Yes.
UCF.
Yes,
South
UCF.
Florida, whatever.
Central.
Florida, right?
Yes.
Fouls out.
Hot girls.
Fouls. I could tell. Fouls out immediately. Zion misses the free throw. And the short rebound in which RJ Barrett or anybody, especially Taco, would have got the rebound. He's not in the game anymore. RJ gets the putback, puts it in. They get 2 amazing looks at it to win the game. It rims out at the end. And it's just like, Zion is probably one of the most, I won't even say it, like he's probably the best college basketball player like I've ever seen like with my own 2 eyes. Like I know there's gonna be some old motherfuckers like, oh, you didn't see Pistol Pete averaging 40 or
Yeah.
I'm talking about like somebody who I've seen like if LeBron ever played college, maybe
The best who actually played college.
oh my god, like this motherfucker, there's nothing he can't do. There's nothing he can't do.
Here's my question with Zion. How much more can he grow? Like you've seen Tatum grow into his body. You've seen
I met Zion.
you've seen LeBron. You've seen certain second, third, fourth year players start to grow into their body.
Yeah.
You're looking at a guy who right now, I believe if he was in the NBA would be the third heaviest.
Second heaviest.
Sorry, was you that told me that?
Yeah,
second
right now.
heaviest player
Behind,
in the
like,
NBA
Boban.
right now.
Yeah.
Okay? This kid cannot possibly fill out more, yet conventional wisdom tells us that something is going to happen between the age of 18 or 19 and 24, and he is somehow going to add 10% of muscle. Are we talking about...
He's already gotten leaner. I mean, look at that fucking bicep.
Bro,
Like,
but this
so
is 18.
I
Are we talking about a potential 300-plus pound 3-guard?
I feel like
Wing?
he's gonna be a new type of like point center. You know
Sure,
what I mean?
we spoke
Like,
about this with Draymond, etc.
Yeah.
But I'm not, regardless of what position he plays, I don't care.
He's a defensive lineman playing basketball.
So, but we're talking about: is there a defensive lineman that's 300 pounds over?
Defensive lineman, yeah.
Who?
Most defensive linemen are 300.
But they're not that tall.
Hold on.
Like a defensive tackle is 300 pounds.
That's in the middle.
Yeah.
We're talking about guys that play the end. DNs are not over 300 pounds.
You get like 285, 290.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's
He's 280 at 18. Those guys you're describing are 25-year-old men in the NFL
It's crazy.
at their fill. This guy's 18. So we're talking about over 300 easily that would be playing an end position. Do it be a D end? Von Miller at 325,
So,
315.
shouts
So
out
I met Zion his junior year of high school, right?
Right.
He was still like.
But real quick, I want to
6'6".
see your
Shouts to
your
my homie
reaction.
Brian. He
ahead.
sent me this text. You know how big Gronk is, right?
Yes.
Zion is an inch taller and 20 pounds heavier already.
Wow.
Yeah.
So think about
Think
this
how
for
fucking big Gronk is.
So let us just before we move on.
Yeah.
I want us to acknowledge what is the height? How far
The
does
ceiling?
it go?
Where's the
How
ceiling?
much more
it's a
can
LeBron ceiling. You don't know what
he's
it is.
past LeBron physically right now.
Yeah.
LeBron hasn't even had what are we
Yeah,
talking
LeBron's
about?
never been that big.
What does 23-year-old Zion look like? That's what I'm trying to understand. What the fuck is 23-year-old Zion?
I think if anything, he might slim down. There's a chance.
Talk to me.
Yeah, because if you look at LeBron, right? LeBron put on a ton of weight from his high school frame through the years, tons of muscle. When he was playing in Miami, he was fucking huge.
Yeah.
But then he dropped it
And
back
then
down
he
to come to
dropped
Cleveland.
Another, like, he cut sugar out of his diet over
Right.
one off season, came back, and he was, like, lean and kind of stringy.
But Zion's not doing that between now and 24.
That's what I'm saying. What
He's not
happens
slimming
before
down
the slim down?
immediately.
What happens? What are Miami years for? What are the Miami years for Zion?
I mean, the thing is, if Zion is 18 and he looks like this, and he's looked like this kind of since we saw his highlights from high school, this feels like it's sort of just his natural body.
It's his natural body, but we have to assume as you get older.
NBA weight training regimen, NBA nutrition, whatever. I think he can get leaner if they want him to get leaner. But like,
He's got leaner at Duke.
yeah, I thought he
was
got
kinda,
leaner.
he had a lot of baby fat on him coming out of high school.
I think he has a
Now
lot of
he's
baby
just
fat.
raw.
Now
But
he's
at
just ripped.
280 raw, like there, you and all of us experienced muscle growth without even doing anything for it when we got into our 20s, even our late 20s. You know, you hear the whole thing about dad strength, et cetera. It's
Yeah.
like for you to be at this level of musculature,
Yeah.
Cash,
Yeah.
when you were 18, it would take nonstop.
Look at 18-year-old LeBron.
Working in the gym. Look how skinny this guy is.
And we
This
thought he was a
18-year-old
hoss.
I think we're looking at a guy who could be 315 pounds, lean as fuck, that could run like guards.
Yeah.
And at that point, like, I don't even know what we're talking. I mean, like,
That's-
look at Giannis. Look at
Yeah.
Giannis this year.
Yeah.
He's added 20 pounds
And he's a
probably of
monster.
muscle.
Apparently, since he came into the league, he's added 50 pounds of muscle, Giannis.
So,
Wow.
okay, 50. I don't think that Zion's
Zion,
adding 50, but 30 is a reasonable amount.
Yeah, like naturally, not even without even trying, he's gonna put on some weight.
And check out 30. So Giannis maybe comes in like light, early 200s, right? And then adds 50. So he's adding maybe 25% of his weight or something like that. For him to add another 30 pounds, that's only 10% of his weight.
Yeah.
It wouldn't even be that hard.
Well, I guess the theory would be skinnier frames can add weight more, not easily, but they have more weight to add because the frame can just get bigger.
But he's
Zion is
pretty
kinda
skinny.
already
It's
filled
just,
out.
it's just scary. Like his potential is just so fucking scary because like I've literally never seen anything like him.
Yeah, we haven't.
Like
He's a defensive lineman playing basketball.
Playing
and even then, like defensive linemen aren't that tall and that explosive. You know what I
can
mean?
jump.
Like,
No,
he's jumped
DN
up
again.
so high.
DN is like 6'8",
and
but
he's
like
so fucking nimble. I think they were playing North Dakota State or the first round matchup. There was a play where like the ball's going out of bounds.
Yeah, he meets it in the air.
98% of people either fall on their ass or
Yeah,
the
yeah.
ball just like rolls out of bounds. He
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
catches it, goes behind the back, uses the other hand to keep himself steady, and fucking finishes with the left hand. And like I've never seen somebody that big and that fucking nimble in any sport. In any sort, fucking wrestling, you fucking UFC,
So to Andrew's
and I
point,
felt like never seen anything like
he
this.
could
kid.
get. I just looked up Julius Peppers, who is like a prototypical DN to me. 6'7", 295.
He also played. He was a basketball star as well. Though.
Yeah,
So-
he played for North Carolina for a
And
little bit.
Julius Peppers is, or at least was, an elite DN.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right?
Hall of Famer.
Hall of Famer,
Yeah.
6'7", 295. That's him at his whatever his weight is now.
Right.
I'd imagine Julius Peppers his freshman year of college, 250.
Yeah.
Like, this is insane, dude.
Yeah, like I've
This
never,
is what I'm surprised is that apparently we all have the same knee joints no matter what our height is, right? And that's why the big guys have a lot of problems with joints, right? It's because the joint itself doesn't really change, so you have that much more torque and pressure being put on it. This guy has the LeBron look and the Giannis look where they don't seem to be able to get injured.
Yeah.
And it's weird. Like, and if you watch him like walk around, not even like when he's like going for a play, like he's just very bouncy.
Yeah.
Like he's always just like.
Kid is
the
adorable,
fucking-
man. He's a
that. And I'm
child.
just
Yeah.
like, yeah. I'm just like, yo, how does he carry all of that in that frame?
Bro.
Like, it makes zero fucking sense to me. But like, he's one of those guys where I'm just
He
like,
has the energy of like the retards in high school,
Yeah.
right? Where they're just like constantly ready to go, constantly ready
My
to
man
do something,
is
activities.
Lenny, dog, from Up Mice and Men. That's who he feels like to me.
Talk.
Don't let your fucking rabbit around him. You know what I mean? Isn't that what he pet to death?
Yeah.
Y'all look at me crazy.
He pet the girl to death
Did
because
you
she was
guys-
so
You do both?
soft. She was
Speaking
so
of rabbits,
Yeah.
and I don't mean to pivot here.
Yeah, yeah.
But did
Yeah.
you guys see the new Jordan Peele movie?
I seen it. Yeah,
No,
I seen it.
haven't
this past,
seen it. I'm
this
gonna-
past week I saw it.
I won't give anything away.
Right.
I was
How
so
uncomfortable were you in that theater?
I was so confused.
It's not that racist.
I was so confused by the movie
Yeah.
that I felt like a racist person. Because every black face around me in my row was nodding solemn like we were in church or
Yeah.
something. Like, yes, that is right. What a wonderful metaphor. And I was like, I have no idea.
I'll
was going
make
on.
you feel a little bit safer. It has nothing to do with race. It's about class. The movie's it's a classism movie.
Okay.
So if it's like those are probably like silent nods of like, oh yeah, you eat the rich eventually. Like eventually, I'm sorry if I spoiled it for somebody, but like eventually, you know, that was the whole point of the movie. Like,
I've read so many Reddit threads.
Yeah,
already, and
that's all I
none
did this
of them
weekend.
Really cleared it up for me. Everyone had a different theory.
That's all I did this
I
weekend.
guess that
It's
was his point. Yeah.
it's
I
a
guess Kaz
movie
just
that
gave away
you,
the ending of Us. I don't care, but
No,
people
I don't
might.
think so.
Okay. Nah, well,
I'm
it doesn't
gonna
really
still
give away
watch
the
it
ending, but
regardless.
it's a movie that you'll definitely have to watch back after you see the ending.
Yeah.
Because like they go through everything at the end, and you're like, okay, now I got to go watch this again because
Smart.
there's mad shit I fucking missed.
Run
it's
it
like
back.
2 movies in one,
Cool.
Okay, fine. Fair enough. What else we got, Akaash?
Gronk
and there's
retired.
rabbits in it, so I guess that's why we.
Okay,
pivoted.
so Gronk
2
retires.
pages, Royce. Gronk retired and the craft apology if you care about it.
Oh,
It's pretty empty, I thought.
Before we actually go there, we have a New Englander here, so there's two things I want to hit on. What are you a Celtics fan?
Yes.
What is the sentiment
Ooh, good question.
amongst Celtics fans about your prize point guard, Kyrie Irving?
Well, yeah, not good.
Talk to me.
I think the amount of excitement that Celtics fans felt when Kyrie divorced himself from LeBron in Cleveland to come play for Boston, that was exactly we hated LeBron. Like
Yeah.
Celtics fans hate LeBron. And we thought, oh my God, this is a guy who's coming to play for the right reasons. We had all these young guns, and then of course in the first game of that year, Gordon Hayward breaks his leg. Kyrie's out for the entire playoffs, and yet we still came within an inch of going to the NBA Finals.
That won 7,
One
right?
LeBron run.
Yeah.
One LeBron run at the end.
On the backs of like a group of guys that were relatively unheard of.
Al
Yeah.
Horford.
Yeah,
You guys were ahead of
Marcus
schedule.
Smart and,
You were ahead of
Tatum and all these
schedule.
guys.
Yeah.
So we were like, oh, fuck. Well, next year with Kyrie and Gordon Hayward back.
And, sorry to interrupt, you guys had always given the Warriors trouble. So you thought if we make it
Yeah.
out of the East, which it looks like we will, we can give the Warriors a fight. That's what I thought.
Yeah, and we LeBron goes to LA, right? And everyone thought, oh my God, it's going to be an absolute cakewalk to the NBA Finals. The
I thought that.
Eastern Conference is a joke now. It's
Yeah.
been gutted, but for the Celtics and their wonderful coach. And then Kyrie has turned it into Keeping Up with the Kardashians with all these ridiculously staged, whispered conversations in tunnels after games with his friends, Kevin Durant, where he's quietly dropping keywords like Max Deal. And you're like, bro, there are fucking cameras around.
Good
Stage.
point.
You think it's staged?
And then he whines because it's happened too many times.
Yeah. It's
Right.
It's happened too many times for us to be like, dude, you fucking see that guy holding
Every
a camera.
NBA player,
Let me ask
they
you
don't-
something. You've been taped, right?
Absolutely,
Maybe
yeah.
TMZ, whatever. Have you ever not known when someone was filming you
100%
from
aware.
10 feet away?
You are hyper aware once there are cameras around.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a reason why when they talk in the middle of the
Yeah, that's
the
all I'm
court,
saying.
they
LeBron
put
does
their
this.
Yeah.
over their face because they're aware that there are always cameras around. They could pick up not only the sound but they could read lips.
Right.
Okay, so now you're at this point where this person, Kyrie, is acting like a little bit of a diva.
To add to
Yeah.
your point,
Yes.
even when LeBron talked to Lonzo last year, when he was on the Cavs and he whispered to Lonzo with his shirt over his mouth, we still figured out what he said. Like, no matter what you do, we're going to
gonna
hear it
figure
if
it
it's
out.
on the court. So
Right.
they are, to your points, hyper aware of it.
Yeah.
So you say that these antics are staged.
I think in a way, and it's like Kyrie felt left out from the whole KD, LeBron, Kawhi, who's the guy who plays for the Pelicans? Fuck.
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, all these trade rumors that are talking about building, crazy super teams out there, and he just wanted to be part of it. And meanwhile, every Celtics fan is like, well, look at how good we were last year without you in the playoffs.
Yeah.
It can't get much worse. There was a period where the Celtics were 0-7 over the last 7 games with Kyrie, and then they were like 8-2 without him. And he was like coming back, missing a game, coming back, missing a game, and it was just a staggered thing where it was like, Jesus Christ.
You guys clearly play better without him.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're a better team without him, but the team wants it more when he's not there.
True.
The team tries harder when he's not there. Even that big comeback that you had against, I forget the team we spoke about on the podcast, but that happened with Kyrie on the bench. And it's just an interesting thing to see a city, rightfully so, turn their back on a star. Right? Like,
Yeah.
it is.
But it's
Are
like,
there any Celtics
we
fans
were ready.
that-
We did embrace him.
Right.
This wasn't a guy that had to earn a
Your
whole
love.
lot.
You loved.
And when he went down last year, we were gutted. We were heartbroken
Right.
because he'd had an incredible season.
You didn't
last
see
year.
it coming? Isn't
With
that what
his
happens
knees?
to Kyrie? He just gets hurt?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
You want
I get
maybe
that.
you want to be wishful
Yeah.
thinking
He'd been
if
playing
you're like
through it. I mean, it was like we thought. Maybe
So here's
So
a
how do
question.
you feel like
You
even
have-
in the past year, in the beginning of the year, when he was like, "Oh, if you guys will have me, I'd love to, stay." That whole pep rally thing.
yeah,
it was-
everything he did until the whole like trade deadline window right around that time and the whispered conversations, and then him being mad at the fan base and being mad at reporters.
He called out Stevens yesterday about not doubling Kemba, or 2 days ago, whatever it was.
So here's my question, right? I feel like Boston has an affinity for coaching, right? You get behind the coach. Whether it's
Belichick, Auerbach. You guys have great coaches.
Doc Rivers. I mean,
Auerbach,
Two of the
Russell, and now Brad Stevens has been marketed pretty well in terms of his basketball IQ. I personally don't think that he's a good NBA coach because he lacks the ability to manage egos. Kyrie being one of them, right? Now, is anybody capable of managing Kyrie's ego? Maybe not. It's possible. If you're not willing to play for LeBron and beta yourself for LeBron, who are you going to beta yourself for? That being said, do you think that that Boston puts a little bit too much stock in an NBA coach, where an NBA coach itself, it really isn't that meaningful?
It's weird. I think there are two different models for NBA teams now. You've got, the San Antonio Spurs, and let's go back a couple years with Greg Popovich winning championships on a broken down Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, and a pretty rusty Tony Parker towards the end of all of their careers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Granted, Kawhi, yeah, sure, okay. But that was a team that won by passing the ball because they had the consensus greatest coach of this generation. Then you have super teams like LeBron's Cavs,
Heat, Warriors, Cavs.
Yeah, and look, you got the Warriors, and it's like,
And you could even say Celtics, the first big
Sure.
three with KG, Ray
Okay,
Allen, Paul
yeah,
Pierce.
sure.
Yeah.
you've got these super teams that they don't need a coach at all, in my opinion. Like, yeah, Steve Kerr took over from Mark Jackson,
First year coach,
but that was
Yeah.
they were going to win regardless.
Yeah.
I think that an NBA coach in Boston, I think that the fans like the idea of a coach like Brad Stevens rallying a group of younger players to the maximum of their success. They like that story better
Underdog story.
than recruiting Kyrie and his buddies to take over and run.
And the proof's in the
town.
pudding. Like, we've seen it already. We've seen it work with lesser, superstar talents. And we could give Brad Stevens that wonder kid fucking, name that we've given him as this coach, and being able to coach these land of misfit toys to a game away from the NBA Finals. So why would you want to be like, okay, let's do what everybody else is doing and build the super team with Kyrie and Hayward and all these guys? So I can see where you're getting that.
What do you want Kyrie to do this year? What's your hope as a fan?
I mean, I don't think anyone's going to beat the Bucks in the East. I think the Bucks are they're the best team in the NBA
I
right
worry
now.
they're too green, personally. This is their first time with a real contender. Very few teams win it.
I think what happens with the Bucks is playoff defense is a little bit different. You can scheme for Giannis, and you can force him to shoot. And in the same way that they're exposing Boogie Cousins, a lot of these West Coast teams, when they're playing the Warriors now, I think they'll find a way to expose Giannis. And you're going to need to rely on those other guys on the team to hit open jumpers. Now, Chris Middleton, if he's going off, you're going to win games in the playoffs. Now, nobody's talking about Chris right now, but playoffs, a guy that you could swing to, because Giannis is going to require some double, Chris could be huge in the playoffs.
He might be good in big moments, too. He came out firing in the All-Star game and was
I don't
4 for 4?
I don't think they're going to win specifically because Malcolm Brogdon's hurt.
Brogdon's big,
he's a big piece of that team, and that's 17 points per game that's quietly missing from them.
Yep.
And when they went up against the 76ers, that shit was evident that they're going to need him. So I still like the Bucks just because Giannis has been on Mars this entire season, and I don't see anybody stopping him one-on-one. I like Philly coming out the East. I think the way
the
they
Celtics
set
could
up.
do it.
Did you guys see Boban hit a 3 in the corner?
Yes.
How crazy is it that Ben Simmons is a worse three-point shooter than Boban Marjanovic? And Boban was pure when he threw that shit
No
up.
rim.
Nothing,
No
bro.
rim. That shit
He
was
was
agua.
waiting, bro. Looked right at Tobias Harris for approval. Like, did I do it? Did
It
I
wasn't
do it,
even like a
Tobias?
shot clock going down type of shit. Just
Nah,
throw
he
it
said,
up. It
give
was
me
like,
that
I got
pill,
it.
bruh. It's going in. Nah, he's hit that corner. Oh, that's corner. That's nice, dude. He is the weirdest looking fucking human, man.
Dude, the picture of him and his girlfriend on the beach is haunting.
Dude.
It is haunting.
Have you
his
seen?
body.
You know the movies where they like the kids draw a ghoul?
Yeah.
You know, like the horror
Boogeyman,
movies. Where
yeah.
his body is
so
built like a
gangly.
kid's drawing of the bad guy. Like, you know when you're in the psych ward with the kid and they're like, "What are these paintings of?" He's like, "My friend." It's just Boban. Like, where's the bias? I can Dougie. Just a fucking freakish looking guy.
Yeah.
And to, I guess there's a purpose for him. If without sports, what does that guy do?
He acts.
I don't know.
He's in a movie, right?
No.
Yeah,
I'm
he's
saying
like the
like
next George Murassan playing
like,
like
he's
my
just too-
my giant.
no. I'm saying like without sport, like in a world
Without
where
entertainment.
Baby butter.
it's the 1800s,
Yeah.
right? And there's nothing, entertainment related for him to do. What is he the guy? Just shingles roofs.
You feed him with a slingshot in the fucking basement. That's what you do. You just go down every couple of months, like, feed him.
He's like those giants in Game of Thrones that are hanging out
right.
with the White Walkers.
Yeah, that or the mountain. Or raising drawbridges over moats. I can see him like
Pulling the thing
the
back.
crank on the big wheel to like be like, no one else in for this party. Sorry, you're not on the list for Drogons.
He just wait. He is a lighthouse. He's just waiting at the edge of the water, waving boats in, like, "Oh man!" That's his real voice.
Oh my god.
So fucking lucky. You ever think about like how lucky some of these guys
Yeah.
are that they were born now?
Yeah.
I mean, we're all lucky we're born now.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Especially
But-
black folks.
But yeah.
We can never go back in time.
I will say, I think I would have been happier like 100 years ago.
I think it would have. I think it would have.
Yeah.
I think it would have worked out okay with you.
You would have been great. 100 years
A lot
ago.
better. Yeah.
Oh, my
Yeah. I
gosh.
mean, yeah, you would actually had a boat and lobster traps instead of just a
Sure.
stupid
I mean,
painting.
don't get me
There'll
wrong.
be more
we
things
have
on
a
the
boat.
boat.
But we're doing fine.
Thought I had a fraud.
Dad made great
I thought I had
decisions.
some working class Mainer over here.
There'd be a lot more than lobster on that boat 100
You
years
would be
ago. I'll tell you
mistaken
that
for
much.
someone who's poor.
The wealth jumped out. The wealth jumped out twice today. Goddamn! First the fucking art painting.
Fuck, man.
Jesus
Now,
Christ.
would your parents let you date a poor girl?
Yeah, they don't. My parents are super. They don't care about anything.
Nothing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nothing at all. What about a minority?
Yeah, I've dated some. I've dated a couple black girls.
Really?
Dark girls, right?
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew it wasn't no light skinned girl.
You went all the way.
know?
I just
You
know.
went all the way to the
How'd
end
you
of the
know?
scale.
When he
like,
go
yeah.
black, he go black.
Well, no, I mean, let's
Oh, I see his face start to change. Like,
He's like, they're all dark to me.
yeah, I don't see shades. I'm kidding. I don't know. No, but like, I've dated minorities.
Black.
I haven't brought many girls home to my parents.
As black as that guy right there in the back of the room.
I can't see him. I don't know. I shouldn't have. I forgot.
oh my
You're
god!
not part of the
damn
podcast,
it.
so it's
Damn
not something
it.
I should say. Fuck.
Dude, I love you, Francis.
Oh man.
Oh,
I got
Jesus.
All
you guys hold
colors.
me into a false sense of security.
No, you're family here, bro. You're
Dad's
family.
laughing at everything. Asking me all these NBA questions.
The door's locked. We're
Dirk is
beating the
great for
shit out of
dating a
you.
black guy. Well, and me too. I've got a history of
like
crossing
Dirk.
over. So
Did you say our Joll-Off was a 7?
so
Trust
nervous
me,
when I started.
you got a good number of years of goodwill with us between the Joll-Off and the black women and the laughter. You're good.
Yeah.
You're straight.
Black women.
No, but it's an interesting
In the words
question.
of Larry
You might as well
David,
go to Essence Fest
heart
after
of,
this.
heart of Africa, heart of darkness, Africa black.
Is that what he
That's
said?
what Larry David said.
Heart of Darkness. Oh, shouts to Essence Fest, by the way. I am hosting that this year.
Yo,
nice.
yeah,
Yeah, they
Okay.
just reached out back to back,
Yeah.
host to Essence,
Back
so I'm
to
going to be
back.
out there.
Yo, if you can't make it,
No,
Francis.
will do
Right,
it.
right,
Yeah,
right,
but Essence Fest.
Oh, what's that?
It's a festival about
festival.
Essence.
Have you seen Girls Trip?
Yeah.
No. But I do like the actress in that movie.
Tiffany Haddish.
I like her.
You're
Yeah.
sounding lighter. I do like that young lady.
Thespian. What a
I like
thespian.
her.
But yeah, no, Essence Fest. It's just it's a great festival.
Celebration
Comedy
of Black
festival?
people.
No. It's just an Essence Festival.
Oh, Essence, like the magazine.
Magazine.
Oh, my
Yeah.
bad.
It's in New Orleans.
Yeah. Well, this year,
It's,
it is in New Orleans again.
It's always in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's always in New Orleans. That's another thing that you should
You're
know.
just repeating what I'm saying.
That's not true at all. We just had the same thought. So it's going to be really cool. So yeah, it's dope. So, but if you want to come by,
tickets, Cass probably wants to go, but he probably not invited.
Facts.
we'll work on it.
Please.
Yeah.
You got
me.
pull?
Yeah, just text me. We'll
Please.
figure it out.
All
Yeah,
right.
that's it.
Who's headlining that again this year?
Sorry?
Huh?
Well, so I mean, there's a bunch of people that are going to be
They're inundating him with emails. Like,
look, so we
mad
have
emails.
Erica Badu is
Okay,
going to be
Erica
there.
Badu, yeah.
Solange
I
is
do
going to
love
be
her.
there. Yeah, absolutely. So there's going to be a lot of women. It's going to be a lot of Essence. And honestly, I would say this year probably the most Essence there's
The
ever
most
been.
Essence. Because you're hosting.
Not only because, I'm hosting back to back, so this is my
Yeah.
second year. But I feel like that we've really tapped into the essence of this festival.
Yeah.
And we're gonna bring it out, man.
The essence is essence. That's the theme this year, right? The essence is essence.
The essence is essence.
The
essence is
effervescence.
essence. The effervescence of the essence
Effervescence.
I like
of the
that.
Essence Festival.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really cool. Alex is not invited, and
Oh, they know about you on the route.
yeah, dude,
You got mad write-ups on the route.
the
man.
route has been posting about Alex.
Wait,
Notorious.
what happens on the route?
Well, because Alex
Well,
has.
just Andrew's cool with a lot of the editors, and like that's how I know a couple of them, and they're not a fan of
Yeah,
Alex.
I'm actually the editor in
Really?
chief of the route. If
Wow.
you guys know about that,
I did
yeah,
not know that,
but
yeah.
I have a lot of duties.
true.
Essence Festival, editor in chief of the route. I own Okra, Okra restaurant.
Like the vegetable?
I own
You
Oprah's
own the
funnier.
vegetable
Oprah is funnier.
Yeah, technically,
He's partial owner of cornbread. He's got a lot of things going on.
partial. I don't know the whole thing. But
That's some rich white people shit. Like, yeah, I own cornbread.
yo, you want to know some real shit? Duval, I was hanging with Duval, and he put things in perspective to me. He's like, he goes, you what do you think rich is? And I was just trying to say, I don't know, you're a millionaire or a billionaire. He goes, you want to know what being really rich is? It's not owning a boat. It's not owning a car. It's not owning a mansion. It's owning sugar.
Yeah.
Fuck
Like,
yeah.
he just put it so beautifully. Like, imagine you just owned sugar's in everything.
Yeah.
Sugar's in milk.
Like owning
There are
zippers.
people that own the
Motherfuckers that own
commodity.
the little YKK, the
My
zippers.
cousin-
Yeah, dude.
Like,
My cousin's
that shit's on
homie.
everything.
Cousin's homie's family owns like the shit they wrap sausage in, like the little clear like
Oh, the little
plastic wrap
intestine.
the fuck,
thing?
The
that you
intestine.
eat, that they hold the sausage together.
Yeah, yeah.
They just own that out in Germany,
God
and they're just
damn.
like them.
You know what I
Wait,
was thinking
what?
Yeah.
I thought it's intestine. I thought they
No,
put
but they-
No,
that little
but it's
clear-
wrapped in something before you cook it. Like, it's not. It is
Whatever
intestine.
whatever
but, like,
that method is, I don't know what they use. Whatever that
Like,
method is, they're the ones that like
Chef,
came up
isn't
with
it the intestine that they put it in?
Yeah, usually it's a casing.
Yeah.
This is a casing, right?
Made out of intestine?
It can be made out of all different types of things, but yeah, usually intestine stuff.
Wow. So your family owns intestine?
Apparently.
Yo, that's nuts.
That's good. That's really good. You know
That's
what I
even
was
better
thinking
than
of?
sugar,
Better
bro.
than sugar.
Intestine?
Bruh.
Yeah.
That's OD. That's
Yo,
OD.
you know what I was thinking though the other day?
Yeah.
Okay, you ever go to like a gym that has a pool?
Yes.
And then when you go into the locker room, they
Yeah.
have the bathing suit drying machine.
Are you the only person in that pool when you go into your gym, or is it mad people in there? I'm trying to figure out how white your gym is.
The name of my gym is the New York Health and Racket
Oh,
Club.
Oh
okay.
yeah, that's very
Racket with a Q?
That is RACQUET.
Oh, wow.
There it is.
Yes, racket.
That's
And
that's true wealth right
yeah,
there.
but they don't have any racket sports, which peeves me.
Peeves him.
It irks me. I will say this: those bathing suit drying machines. As a kid, that was like my favorite thing: was to stuff the bathing suit in, and then you push the lid down, and that starts it.
Yeah.
And it goes. Rum, 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 rum.
Yeah, yeah.
And
What does it sound?
Whoever. Well, I didn't do it very well.
Yeah.
I'm not a very good impressionist. But that machine, whoever made that, is probably worth a lot of money.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. We got to invent some shit. I think.
What's the
that's what we're
darkest
saying.
girl you've been with?
That's a very different area.
Oh, such a
Talking
sharp left turn, but I want to know.
I was with a girl in college whose name was Aisha.
Okay,
Right.
that's pretty
But
black.
Aisha Curry light skin.
It's pretty black. Was it
Yeah,
Aisha with a Y or Aisha with an I?
Who's skin tone closest? There's 4 different black guys in
Probably Kaz, I would say.
Oh, okay, that's pretty
up.
black.
Yeah.
Chocolate, nice
Yeah.
chocolate.
I was really into her though. From the day I met her, I had a big crush on her.
Nice.
And then we
just
hooked
needed to
up, and
conquer
I
it,
was
right?
like, I was wrong. I was dead wrong.
What happened?
What was
You know,
what went
sometimes
wrong?
you just have things like pictured it totally differently. I don't know. But
So
she
did
took
God.
her clothes off. I
How
was
did
like,
you
"Ugh."
picture it?
Wait, time out. You saying she took her clothes off? What made you go, huh? What was that?
I don't know. Her breasts were different sizes. I mean,
Wait,
they were
like each one was different?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Was it big? Was it big areolas? That's like my thing.
Sure.
Like
sure,
I
yeah.
can't.
You could eat a big meal off those. I mean, there was
Big Mac.
everything. It just didn't match up. It was like it's like a toy that you take out of the box, and then you're like, "That's not how I saw it."
It's like a
On the
Picasso.
It's like going. Is it like going to
Yeah.
McDonald's and you open up the Big Mac and it's like that's not how it looks like in the
Yes,
commercials.
exactly right. I needed some toothpicks and some glue to put her back together the right way, and some steam. I don't know.
Was that
But-
the last black woman you were with?
No, that wasn't. And then I
he
dated.
didn't give up there.
I dated a girl who is actually a comedian, but I'm not going to say her name.
Okay.
But this is funny. You guys will love this.
Okay. All right.
So we kind of like hooked up a few times, went on a few dates.
Yo,
And
it's
then-
so funny looking at a white person and going, man, that guy's white. Like, I'm white. You know what I mean?
like,
But is
you're
that
like
what you
my-
guys see me as?
Yeah.
Yo.
Fam, the way you were choking on this fucking nothing?
Yeah,
Is that what you put on
That's
it?
what
Yes,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
it.
yeah.
yeah.
This is
we
delicious,
dumped it
bro.
out.
I just took spoonfuls.
Yeah.
It's
At
hot,
first
but
we
it's
did
good.
little drops, but the last one we just OD'd. We were just like,
But then
fuck
you
it,
barely
yeah.
ate that one.
Yeah.
Oh my lord, that was very
Yeah, I was
powerful.
watching, being like, look at this white guy.
You're like
Okay.
light skin compared
Okay,
to
go
him
on,
now.
go on, go on.
So this girl I dated, and we went on a bunch of dates, and then I told her like I stopped talking to her.
Uh-huh.
I kind of ghosted her, and then we like months later reconnected, and she was like, "Why did you ghost me that time?" And I don't know why, but in like this fit of idealism, like I was going to let her off the hook. I told her that it was hard for me to date her because she was a more successful comedian than me.
Oh.
I told her that as a way of like feeding her feminist.
And her name was Aisha?
No. This
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
going to give this girl's name. She's
All
a comedian.
right, 'cause,
and she
okay,
goes,
yeah.
"Ugh, men like that." And I was like, "Yeah, great." But the real reason I just wasn't that attracted to her.
But you didn't want to tell her that.
I gave her like such a
I know.
a
Don't do
weird
it.
idealistic
it's
reason.
bad.
Don't
That's
tell her
gonna
the
bite
truth.
you in the ass.
Yeah.
Because now she's telling everybody and they all think.
Yeah, that
That's
you're
who you
like.
are.
That's
Yeah, but
what you
I
are.
thought for some rereason that if I told her that, she would be like, "This guy, at least he admitted it."
No.
Yeah, no.
When does that work?
No, don't
Louis
tell the
C.K.
truth.
admitted it.
Yeah.
Did that work
Admitted
out well
it
for
never
her?
works. You do the opposite.
Right. And you know what the truth is, too? I was doing better than she was in comedy. So she's like down here, and I'm here. I don't know why she bought it. I mean, the ego on this bitch. Come on, you idiot. You idiot. I have so many more followers than she does.
That eliminates who I thought it was, though. Who I thought it was.
Off air, we're gonna find out exactly who this was.
Oh, my God.
And then we're gonna tell everyone on the Patreon. So Friday, see us. There's so we were hanging out with I was hanging out with a buddy of ours a long time ago. Will remain nameless. And this guy always had these really funny stories. He's one of these guys I don't see that often, but when I do see him, he just always has these fucking these stories. And he goes, yeah, man, you know, like I'm kind of, you know, in tough times or whatever, so like I don't really have like a bed. I go, what? he goes, yeah, I'm kind of in between beds or whatever. You know, so I got this like air mattress or whatever. And, you know, I brought I went out with this girl, man. And, you know, like I'm getting her drinks and everything like that. We're drinking, we're partying. I don't drink, but she's drinking. And, then, you know, we get back to my house and, you know, we gotta have sex on a place. And, I don't have a bed. So I just have this air mattress. And we just had to just wait there. While I inflated the air mattress. he goes, we're just standing there and it's not quiet. So
I've had an air
we
mattress before. Them
can't
shit's as loud
even
as
talk.
fuck.
It's just as he goes, and I'm just checking it periodically, just pushing the air mattress, looking at her like it's getting firm. He goes. So We get on the air mattress. We have sex. You know, she leaves the next day, ghosts me, never hear from her again. And so I just texted her yesterday out of the blue. He goes, hey, you know, I know it might have been a weird situation for you, but I just want to let you know my door is always open and my mattress is always inflated. So. Bro, I was howling just at the awkwardness of standing next to a girl staring at this mattress as it slowly unfolds.
What? He's still fucked.
Still beat though. Still beat. That is
all that matters.
Bro, we should do a
Real
series.
results.
We should do a series called #StillBeattho where we get people to tell their best Still Beat Though conversations.
I would love to do that.
Done.
I would love to do
Still
that.
Beat Though. And it could be girls and guys. We do Still Beat Though. That's going to be a series. Still Beat Though.
That's
Mark
really
it. Alex,
good.
write it down. It's happening. What's your best Still Beat Though?
Oh, I got a pretty decent one.
Okay.
But you guys, it's very in fitting with my character that we've developed today.
Yeah.
I was on the
We
beach.
didn't develop it today. God developed it.
Yeah. For everybody that's listening and hasn't watched the podcast, Francis is Mexican. He's not white at all. This is
Senor.
No, I'm just joking. He's white as fuck. All right, go on.
I was on the beach in the Hamptons. Dead serious. That's not even a joke.
I was about to say, like,
that's where I was.
How much whiter could you get?
Yeah. I was in the Hamptons on the beach and with a girl, and we went up to the top of the lifeguard stand, and we were like hooking up, and it was windy and cold. The type of cold where, like, you know, we kind of like got naked and we're fooling around, and if I wasn't in her in some way, it was like instant deflation. Yeah. So she would like go down on me, and then I'd be like, "You have 2 seconds from mouth to vagina before it's like we're toasted. We're gonna have to start from scratch." And somehow I had to get a condom on. And then, so she had to like blow me with the condom on, which I always feel bad about because
You didn't just mush it in soft and got hard inside?
You know what? It's a great question because I tried, right? But it's like when you go for a jog, you know, and you know you're going to hit a vending machine for a water or Gatorade, so you put a $1 bill in your sock, and then you get there, but you're sweaty, so you pull the dollar out, try to put it in the slot, and it just folds in on itself constantly. You don't get it doesn't take it. So that was what was going on with me, and somehow we had enough rigidity, right. To work enough of it in, and then once it was in, we were on our way. But I mean, the winds were howling. You know, an HEV police officer drove by.
You did have sex with her.
Yeah, we did. I did.
Can we play that story back as a clip and just analyze all the different white things that happened? From using the word rigidity to jogging to the Hampton. I mean, there's so many levels of whiteness.
Yeah.
Can we please cut that together?
That was for me probably one of the better overcomes.
Akaash, what about your best Still Beat though?
Still Beat though. That's right. That's what it is.
I don't know if I'll really have to think on this because, you know.
You know, Akaash has never had sex with a condom.
Yeah.
Never.
Never once. Never once has had sex with a condom in his whole life.
Yeah.
It's a good life to live.
Do you have a girlfriend? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. How long have you been with her?
3 years.
Okay. All right.
He's 35 years old. He's never had sex with
not
a
35
condom.
yet, but
You're not 35?
not yet.
Dude, before you tell that story.
Yeah.
So
That's the story.
About 34 straight years of not having sex.
Well, I want to hear your Still Beat though.
I think I have still.
You don't have any Still Beat though. Like you had to overcome massive odds to get that.
Yeah, my girl. I mean, I guess my girl and I. The first time was a nightmare. We spoke about horrible decisions.
What? Was that the one where she was running away from you and then you grabbed her? And...
What?
No, that wasn't just me. That wasn't just me. That was a group of Indians.
No wonder he's never worn a condom.
You kept it Indian.
At least they're authentic over here.
Go on.
Who's talking? Francis or me?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. My bad.
Yeah.
You know, guys, some guys, and maybe you guys do it, but some guys keep a list of all the girls that they've slept with.
Right.
And, like, I don't know, people have mixed feelings. I don't do it, but people have mixed feelings like, wow, that's really degrading. A friend of mine told me the reason that he does it. And he's like this sort of impish Jewish guy.
Right.
Named Ari. And he goes, no, man, the reason I do it is that if number 37 calls me and tells me that she has herpes,
then you know who else you infected.
I only have to call 38 through 42
right.
instead of having to go back all the way up. And I was like, that's actually the most
Pretty smart.
progressive reason
Yeah.
I've ever heard for keeping.
If you don't keep a list, you don't have to call anyone.
I was about to say, like, why would you do that?
I wonder where I got this.
Yeah. Oops. Forgot.
Well, it's lunchtime.
A lot of girls with Empadigo right now.
Did I ever tell that story here where like I got
Thank you,
it.
Alex.
This is years. I got an email years ago. I got an email, right? I got this random email from this website. There was a website out there.
Oh,
that,
this is so funny.
That you could. It told you anonymously if you had an STD, right? So I get this email and it says that hey, you know, a partner that you've had has chlamydia. They just wanted to tell you that you have chlamydia or gonorrhea, one of those ones. I didn't know what the fuck it was. Chlamydia, let's call it. They just want to tell you have chlamydia. You should, you know, share with all the partners that you've been with recently that you got chlamydia, right? So I get this fucking email, right? And I'm like freaking out because I have a trip to Argentina the next day, right? And I'm about to go to Argentina, right? So I'm like, all right, I'm going to take care of this shit right when I get back from Argentina. So I go down to Argentina. I'm trying to fuck girls the whole time in Argentina, right? Just trying to infect all of Argentina with chlamydia without even a
They can't get double chlamydia out there, fam.
Bro,
It's
fam,
crazy.
I could not get laid to save my fucking life out there, dude.
They
It
smelled
was
the clam on you.
Bro, they must have smelled something. It was crazy. I mean, like the last day,
They have keen noses.
Keen
down
noses,
there.
okay?
Keen, very keen.
keen noses.
No,
The last day I was in Argentina, it got so bad. I was looking for a girl at the club with like a small deformity that my friends wouldn't notice, right? But I knew would lower her self-esteem enough where she would fuck me, right? Like I was low, bro. Like I swear to God, I was dancing with girls and I'd like start feeling for fingers, see if they were missing like a fingertip
Little
or something
tail
like
remnant,
that. That's
yeah.
it, just a little something. And I got this big girl back, right? Big fucking
friends
girl.
didn't
Pretty
that?
noticeable deformity.
Yeah, but what she
Deformity.
had. No. Listen, this is the deformity. Big girl, but she had one of those bodysuits underneath her dress. So she has this dress.
Thanks.
She looks thick, but I was dancing with her and I felt it, and it was holding everything together for dear life. Okay, I mean, I
She
could
was like the
feel
ladies in New
the
Orleans.
fucking seams
It's like
of
open.
her dress open. Have you ever seen a fat person put on a sneaker and the tongue is just piercing in between the laces?
Yeah, for sure.
That's how her whole fucking outfit felt.
You ever
okay?
open a can of biscuits?
Breaded, yes, exactly. It's a can
Theo
of
does that
biscuits.
joke. Theo Vaughn does that. He's like popping out of a.
Bro, it was exploding.
Yeah.
Okay, this girl. We go back to the crib. It's me and my buddy, and there's a whole thing that what happens. Nothing ends up happening, so I don't hook up with fucking anything. Right? I come back to New York. I break down to my parents. Okay, I'm like, Mom, Dad, I don't know what the fuck to do. I got chlamydia. You know, and they're like, have you been safe? You know, and I'd be like, yeah, I've definitely been safe. You know, no, I mean, I wasn't, but I
you
was
lied.
very safe. They're like, okay, you know, we can go get an STD test. I'm about to go get an STD test with them, and I call my best friend Jamil, and I go, Jamil, man, bro, I'm about to go get an STD test with my parents right now, okay? Because I got an email that had chlamydia, fucking chlamydia, right? And my boy Jamil goes, oh shit, that's right, I sent you that, I forgot. bro, you want to know what's even crazier? Then he goes, wait a minute. We were just in Argentina. You were trying to get pussy the whole time. You thought you had chlamydia? I was like, bro, my bad. That's on me. He was
dark.
with me in Argentina,
fucking
this
dark.
piece of fucking shit.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I don't have chlamydia, so that's
Oh
good.
god, that sounds fucking dark.
Yeah. Oh, guys, is that a little Rapskis? How long we at? We at
157.
what? 157. Okay, let's
Should
wrap.
we
Let's
bring
wrap
the
it up.
last of the Joll-Off
Oh yes, we
and-
have one more Joll-Off situation.
Yeah.
He came last. He came late.
Yeah, and I was talking you up heavy too. Like I love y'all restaurant and shit. It's a lot of food.
Okay, let's
though.
move
Holy
some shit
fuck.
out of the way
All right.
here. Let's
We don't
move
need to
some
blind
other-
taste this one since you know.
Okay, we
let's
already
get it.
decided who
We
won.
already know how this
Okay,
is. Yeah.
Ghana came in repped.
Let me unwrap it first.
Okay.
Yo, in the
Put it here.
meantime,
Put it
Let's
here
put it
first.
here. We'll
Yeah,
unwrap
we'll
it
take
here.
care.
We'll
Yeah,
unwrap
yeah.
in the meantime, we can do this while we talk one more story.
Yeah, go for it.
we need to
Yes,
get
but
going.
real quick, I want to.
Plug.
I want to put some plugs out there. I got some shows coming up. I forgot to tell you guys that in the beginning of the episode. But this week I'm going to be in Jacksonville and Orlando. Then I'm going to be in Cleveland. Then I'm going to be in Austin for the Moon Tower Comedy Festival. Then I'm going to be in Dallas, then Nashville, and then Ann Arbor, Michigan. It's right outside of Detroit if you're in that area. Make sure you holler. Go to theandrewschulz.com right now to get them tickets before the shows sell out. Hurry up. Go get that. And then April 1st, we got a big announcement, man. So I'm very excited to talk to you guys about that. But make sure you go get tickets to these shows. It's all new material. I'm not repeating any of this shit from Views from the Sis that you've seen. By the way, continue watching Views from the Sis, man. It's crazy. I think we're at like 1.8 million views for the special already on YouTube. Unbelievable, man. Keep watching, keep sharing. I see you guys dropping it in the group chats. I see you guys sharing it with all your friends. That's the only way this shit works for me, because you guys have been so generous with the content and getting so many people on, man. I can't tell you how many people hit me up going, yo, I just told 10 of my boys about you. We're all coming to the show. Thank you guys so much for doing that, man. And April 1st, we're going to have a very cool announcement. So this is all new material that I'm working on. I want to see you guys at these shows.
I got a couple announcements as well. As always, Wale Mania, April 4th, Thursday, Sony Hall. Tickets are almost sold out. Doors open at 7. We got the place at 3 a.m. Make sure you get tickets on Ticketmaster.com, SonyHall.com. Duce Palooza, Chicago, April 13th, House of Blues. Pull up to that. Big announcement. Duce Palooza is doing the Dreamville Weekend Official Festival pre-party. That is on goddamn April 5th, Friday, 10 p.m. to 2 a.m. That's at the West Social Club, 400 North West Street in North Carolina. We are also doing the official pre-party of the Roots Picnic, May 31st, 7 to 12 a.m. at the Theater of the Living Arts. Make sure you get your tickets. All your tickets on DucePalooza.com. Wale Mania tickets, get on my Instagram. Get it on SonyHall.com, Ticketmaster, wherever you get them shits. We're almost sold out, so make sure you get that. That's April 4th, Thursday, Sony Hall, Times Square in New York.
ABDC's at Caroline's, April 26th and 27th. We're doing 2 shows. I believe both are at 7:30. Come through, get tickets at Caroline's on Broadway.com. Or just search Caroline's NYC in Google. Come check us out.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Thank y'all so much for listening to Flagrant 2 No Easy Buckets. Before we stop, what restaurant is the name?
Shout out to
Accra Restaurant.
What is it?
Accra Restaurant in Harlem.
Accra Restaurant in Harlem. Where is it
address?
located?
Adam Clayton Boulevard.
You eat. I got this. Go.
2065 Adam Clayton Boulevard in
Good.
Harlem.
Okay, I'm going to say it because the mic's kind of far from your face, but 2065 Adam Clayton Boulevard, Adam Clayton Powell Boulevard in Harlem. It's Accra. It's spelled A-C-C-R-A.
Yeah, like the capital of Ghana.
Ghanaian food. Ghanaian food, my people. Okay?
So 122nd and 7th for all you real Harlem people.
There we go. And we're eating it right now. It's absolutely delicious. Thank you so much to everybody who came through and gave us their Joll-Off for this year's Joll-Off.
Our whitest
We'll get there.
ever.
We'll get there. Thanks for you just eat, Kaz. You just eat.
Oh,
I got
will.
this. All right. Thank you once again for the Joll-Off. This year's 2019 winner is Ghana, the country of Ghana. This will be a yearly gathering. So Nigeria, Senegal, step it the fuck up, okay? I know Liberia wants to get involved. I was hanging out with my man Alvin in Minnesota, and he said he comes correct with the Liberian Joll-Off. So we're taking new countries next year. It's going to expand every single year. So thank y'all for being part of it. What is it? YPK Cooks, Chef Prosper to God, and of course, thank you very much. It's just Francis Ellis.
Shout
Where
out to
can
my
they
mom,
find
too.
you?
Shout out to my mama for
Where
cooking.
can they find you, Francis?
Thank you. This was so fun for me. You can find me on Twitter at Francis C. Ellis, on Instagram at Francis Barstool. I'm headlining Chicago Laugh Factory April 12th. And one of those shows is already sold out, so there's only one left.
Hey.
And then I've got the Wilbur Theater in Boston for 2 shows on May 17th. I'm taping my special. And then Springfield MGM Roar, April 25th through 27th.
Amazing. All right, so go check all that out.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you guys so much. And for all of you patrons, we will see you Friday. Thank you for fucking with us. And if you haven't joined the Patreon army yet, get your ass on it. Flagrant. It's patreon.com/flagrant2. A new episode every single Friday morning drops. Same flagrancy. Matter of fact, the flagrancy is usually taking it up a notch. I don't know if we can top today, but we're going to do our best. It got pretty wild in here, but we appreciate y'all. Asshole Army lives forever. Thank you so much. Peace.
God bless.